Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lenisha. I practice divination. I'm also into many other things. This video will be uploaded to my YouTube 9 times out of 10. That's where you're viewing it from. The song by Plaza is called Personal. It's the slowed and reverb version. Very significant. Alright, I want to put on my channel that I'm doing. Let's see. Alright. Alrighty. What is the message here for the collective? I feel like the message is of justice, to be honest. Welcome in, welcome in. So I feel like it's justice. I feel like this is the time where things are working out for you, as it always has been. Sometimes we don't see it. Angel number 1132 is here. Yeah, see, some of y'all were lacking confidence. You probably had a challenging time when it came to action or your energy. I feel like your energy was off. Yeah, I feel like it's because you weren't at peace. There was a lot of things going on in your external reality, but in actuality, in your internal world. Because the reality on the outside is a reflection on the one on the inside. What is the message here for the collective? What message do they need to see? That's a downgrade and you know it. This song is by Giveon. It's called Still Your Best. All right, 4, 5, 6. We got the... Okay, this is the 7 of Swords. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles. All right, confirm more of this Queen of Wands. So this could be your energy. If this is not your energy, then this is someone else's. Maybe you went through something in your life and it changed the trajectory of your life. So I feel like when that happened, your energy probably shifted. You probably were having a hard time creating, operating in your work. Hey, Ann, thanks for double tapping the screen. But I feel like you're going to come into the life that you've always dreamt of, because right now you're doing the healing work that's necessary, or you're being encouraged to, if you want to get to this. Welcome in. Thank you for double tapping the screen. All right. Tell me more about this 6 of Swords. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your internal world. Because things were working out for you. You were protected, etc. But based on our own energy, our lack of consciousness, or whatever the case may be, sometimes we don't see things that are clearly in our face. Sometimes we're stressed, we're depressed because we don't understand. We didn't come into the level of understanding when it comes to our inner peace. Yes, our inner world. This is talking about your inner world. I feel like, yes, you're very strong. There's no doubt about your strength. But I feel like you wouldn't have to use so much of this strength that you have if you wouldn't get stressed in the first place, right? So yes, you've been hurt, you've been experiencing things to where you may be losing sleep, to where you may be in your head a lot, and it may be unbearable, right? But I feel like there's a new beginning happening. to help you get back inspired again. I feel like you already have that spark. It's just about starting on something or something igniting. Like I said, remember in the beginning I said this is justice. Everything is working out for you guys, especially if you've operated of integrity, right? Which I know you have. So it's like there's an ending of a chapter towards something. You have been overcoming a lot of obstacles and insecurities and everything like that. However, there could be this feminine energy that may not be at peace mentally. Like that's probably what's going on. But I feel like there's something possibly has ended in your life. There's the ending of a chapter and there's a new one coming in. This song is called 1,000 Years. 1,000 Years. I can't recall who it's by right now. Next song is Calvin Harris. It's called Outside. I'm trying to see why. This is not Calvin. Wait. I'm like, this is not Calvin Harris. Okay, it's a TikTok remix. That's why. Because I'm like, this Ellie Goulding. This is not Calvin Harris. But okay. So the major events that are taking place in your life right now, you could be experiencing challenges, right? Having a lot of problems, not enough answers. A lot of questions, or a lot of questions, not a lot of answers. A lot of problems, not enough solutions, right? But as I was telling you before, this is a period of justice. You've overcome a lot. Karma is being served. Balance is being restored. But I feel like this has a lot to do with your inner world. Because the reflection of the world on the outside is the reflection of the world on the inside. So if you're stressed, struggling, etc., internally, then this will manifest in your external reality. Therefore, you will probably become bitter. Therefore, you will probably not see the answers that are in your face. Therefore, you will probably stress and be in your head in a negative way, right? So what is the advice for the collective? Because it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't really, yeah, you just have to let go and release everything that doesn't serve you. People, places, things, mindsets, habits, all of that. So you can restore your inside world. And then you'll be able to for sure see it in your 3D world. Because it doesn't mean that it's not here. It just could mean that you just don't see it because of the energy, emotions, mental spaces that you're in, right? For all you know, this is a good time to be alive right now for you in your life. And you've overcome a lot and like all this stuff. But for some reason, your energy is not in the best space. Your mental is not in the best space. Maybe you feel like there's always something happening. You have no break in your life to where the calm is now coming in. There's still chaos. There's still problems. There's still this. There's still that, right? However, I mean, sometimes when we experience things in our life, a lot of times it's because of us, because we have free will. You know, whether it's the relationships you're in or whatever happens in your life, a lot of times it's from our own level of consciousness and, you know. But your money could be low right now. You could be thinking of doing something in a sneaky way. Maybe this is strategy, or maybe this is some type of deception, or you may have someone, you could have experienced some type of betrayal. And that's could have been what it's talking about, all the highs and lows that you've experienced. You not being in your energy that you were usually in, which is confident, business-oriented, family-oriented, okay? Confirm the 7 of Swords. Yeah, so this could have been a lover situation. You could be strategically operating within your love life, or this is regarding your love life. Yeah, a person. So a person could have had on a false mask towards you. Hello, thank you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, the star is here. Yep. So, justice is here. Justice is being served. Everything is getting into balance. There's an ending of a chapter that you've experienced in your life. These are all major things that's happening that you could have already come into right now. There could have been an ending of some type of chapter. Like maybe you closed out some type of chapter. Maybe you succeeded at something, achieved something. Maybe traveling the world could be significant. All right. I feel like you've overcome a lot of difficulties. Okay. Challenges, obstacles, insecurities. Right. Some of you guys may still be battling with insecurities though, but you just overcome a lot. Right. And I feel like this is a period of time where balance is being restored. Right. From your choices that you've made, whether it was a lesson learned afterwards or something that was the opposite, regardless, justice is being served. Whoever did you wrong, they are receiving karma. They've always have been. Now, if this is your own energy, you're being encouraged to go more of the route of integrity and justice, especially if you've been thinking about doing something that was not of integrity. And if you did do anything that wasn't of integrity, then you may be receiving karma for that, right? Because that's to balance out, right? For those who believe in karma and balance and everything like that. Libra, Leo energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, yeah. Energy is significant, as well as other energies. All right. Now, a Queen of Wands is coming out here. So this could be, like I said, someone who's not feeling like themselves or whatever the case may be. Confirm the Queen of Wands. This can also be somebody outside of your energy, which they may not be in the best energy. You know, it's crazy because the Six of Swords is coming out, but the Queen of Wands is coming out in reverse, is moving into calmer waters. Okay, they're moving ahead, they're healing. What is this Four of Swords in the reverse? So yeah, your life there could have been a lot of stuff going on, bumpy roads, a lot of things that was happening, right? It always seems, no matter what, it always follows you everywhere you went. But I feel like your dreams... Okay, this could tie to your emotional fulfillment. Okay, so I feel like things were constantly affecting you in your energy, especially emotionally. So maybe that's probably what took you out of that Queen of Wands energy, if that's your energy. All right, confirm the Seven of Swords. The Knight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, it's tying to a person is reckless, short-tempered, arrogant. Maybe this person has betrayed someone or thinking about doing it, or they're operating in a strategic manner. What is going on with this Seven of Swords? We got the Star in the reverse. So whoever this is, they probably just bored. uninspired, hopeless. The star is coming out in the reverse. Maybe this could have been you. Yeah. You could have been in this short-tempered, reckless space, self-sabotaging. Well, I'm not gonna say self-sabotaging, but self-sabotage could be significant. Confirm the Five of Pentacles. Like I said, you guys could be experiencing low times right now financially, right? Maybe homelessness could be significant. Yeah, the Page of Coins. But don't worry, because somebody's about to get a new job. You could be young and grounded, but I'm seeing a solid beginning, a strong foundation. A thrift shop could be significant. Maybe try selling some of the things that you have to bring in more income. There's always ways that you can get money for sure. Even TikTok has this thing to where you can make money just by trying out products. And if you already have a product that you bought from the TikTok shop, you know, I used to think that people used to have to do these major things to sign up to be able to do that, but you really don't. The girl Lala or some, the petite, very petite melanated lady who got famous for her comedy, she had mentioned it. And I think she has this new hobby or work that she does about telling people how to make money on TikTok. So I ended up seeing it from her page. And when I, went to it, one simple click of a finger, all of a sudden now you're a creator who can earn money from products or something like that. I was like, oh snap, I thought I would have to have an ID or millions of followers, or, well, not millions, of course, but somebody's going to be graduating. Like I had told y'all before, you could have achieved something. This could have been within knowledge, mental, beliefs. Okay. Yeah, it's a letter coming in. Yeah, some of y'all about to be moving. I don't know if this is going to be on a scholarship or if this is going to be just because things started becoming illuminated to you and balance started being restored and you started going forward and not backwards, and you started actually healing and ascending and just moving forward in your life. So therefore all these things was coming in and happening for you. Like, I'm seeing your dreams coming true. It may not seem like it right now. You may be a little hopeless. Some of y'all may be drinking. Some of y'all may be feeling a little uninspired and bored, a little reckless and short-tempered and arrogant. But be mindful of this, because don't be self-sabotaging. All right, get back focused, get back clear, because you've made it this far. Don't let your thoughts and the things that you experienced bring you down now, because it never did before anyway. But I'm telling you, this is a period of time where I'm telling you, you've completed something. You've succeeded at something. And I'm literally seeing that there's going to be a period of happiness. But I feel like first you have to get through this Eight of Swords energy, like the self-limiting beliefs and, this thought that you feel like that you're trapped when you have the tools and resources that you need to get yourself out of any situation that you don't want to be in, even if it's sadness, anger, paranoia, right? I'm also seeing that you're going to meet people who have similar goals as you, who's also going to be just as focused as you, putting in effort within something. You're going to be collaborating with some people, putting y'all brains together. Could be more people who are awoken like you, who's on your frequency. Yeah, see, this is going to... And then I'm hearing new levels, new devils. Yeah, the wheel is turning in your favor. The wheel is most definitely turning in your favor. There's a new beginning here. And I feel like this is new starts in all ways. Financially, mentally, emotionally, for sure. There go the star, and it's coming out in the upright. Such beautiful artwork. Yes, divine energy, beautiful, beautiful energy. This is a period of time where you are healing. You are a different you, but this time it's an even better version of yourself because you've mastered certain things on this journey, or you're mastering certain things on this journey, and you're going through the hard parts in life, which is the overthinking, the confusion, the going through injustice, and feeling alone or feeling abandoned. Like you've experienced all these things alone, and you're still standing. And I understand that some of y'all feel like really tired and drained of energy, but you're still going. And you're being encouraged to, because right at the moment when you feel like you want to give up, that's when everything falls through, literally. And some of you guys know about that too well. For others of y'all, you probably didn't experience that yet. So you probably, regardless, take the messages how it resonates for you. But it seems that you've experienced all these things, but I feel like you're completing things, ending cycles, and coming into this new beginning. You're healing. You're coming back into a rejuvenated state. I mean, you're not going back to who you used to be, but just upgrades, ascension, growth. You're still you. You're just different. You're still you. You're just the more evolved version of yourself, because now you have experience, and now you have this and that, and yeah. Sometimes that's life, to go through these certain things, but you won't be there for long. I feel like that's what this is. Similar to a person who, went through, had to get it out the mud, right? A person who was never seen, who probably even dimmed their light, who became a person who was once confident, who became insecure, right? Maybe you were cheated on. Maybe this happened. Maybe you didn't feel loved by your parents. Any and everything, right? Look, and he said it, you're so divine. You are a chosen one, and you will always be a part of the divine. Whoever needs to hear that. But you have to get out of your head. I feel like some of you guys, you're in your head so much, it's like some of y'all can't turn the thoughts off, but in actuality, you can. You got to stop telling yourself what you can't do, or, oh, this is too hard, because you're just manifesting that more and more into your reality, because you're starting to believe that. Aquarius energy here again. Welcome to the team. Thank you. If you guys want to know how they feel about you, we have $5 how they feel about you messages. But for others of you guys who's interested in advice, mentorships, life coaching, readings, questions, everything like that, please let me know. I also do free consultations. All right. Questions are $6 and $10. Readings are $10, $15, $25, $35, and $50. All right. But we are having a sale and a deal going on right now, which is $5. $5 how they feel about you. We also have $2 card pulls. If you're wanting to do a card pull, they are $2. Yep. Stressed. It's like some of y'all probably can't even do the things that you used to do before. Like, you could have done it greatly, and the things that you did so greatly, you probably don't even do as greatly anymore. Maybe it's nervousness, anxiety. Maybe it's just having a hard time being focused or operating within that work. It could really be anything. I feel like it's really stress though, overall. I feel like people recognize the work that you're doing. They see you. Even if you're in solitude, even like regardless. And for others of you guys that are in solitude or reflecting and everything like that, you soon will receive the recognition. But I feel like this is the most loveliest route that you could go, because this is you tending to yourself. Because a lover can't do that for you. Just like how they have to do their own personal work on themselves. So when y'all come together, it's beautiful, it's magical. People think that these type of relationships just don't exist. But we have so many low vibrational people in the world. And that's all they seen. It's nothing but low vibration after low vibration. So some people don't even believe that this type of stuff can exist. But when you actually have people who do the work, who's awoken to certain things, they're self-aware, this does exist, because you're one of those people. So you're not the only one out here with this type of, that's doing this type of stuff, that's reflecting, that's wanting to be better, that, you know. So of course, you're going to be attracting this, because when you get into this energy right here, see, you didn't start off being in some of these energies and spaces. You had to learn to love yourself and like other things to get here, especially based on the other stuff that you went through. So you could be reflecting. At the same time, you could be stressed, okay? Your money is low. Your love life probably isn't that grand. But something is a success. I don't know if you've already experienced this or if it has yet to happen. But as I was saying before, some of y'all, you have entered periods of times where you've experienced, where you were at your lowest, right? Excuse me, there was things happening to you back to back, it seemed like. But this energy is going to shift. Just like sadness shifts to happiness. Broke shifts to rich, right? So this is going to shift. Yeah, I feel like you're just getting you're doing this shadow work, or you're being encouraged to. But everything is going to come together. It will come together. Just keep doing what you're doing. Because, see, this feels right. It takes discipline for a lot of you guys. And, you know, trust and faith and everything like that. So don't forget that. Because not everybody is doing this, especially the people who you probably were familiar with. Yours, mine, I can do this for all. They got that Seven of Swords again. Deception. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition when it comes to self-sabotage or deception. False mask. Tell me more about this Seven of Swords. This would be your own energy. If you know that you're not doing anything in a strategic way, or anything that's like sneaky, or anything that's like lies, deceit, betrayal, then that means that this is somebody else's energy that has something to do with you, because you're the query. I'm giving you the reading. So if this is popping up but this is not your own energy, then that means that this still involves you. It's just not your energy. So maybe this is people around you who don't have your best interests at heart. Give me more energy on this first, this Seven of Swords. Well, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It could be involving money, or the material world. I mean, nobody. Shit. They hit. Oh. Okay, what is this Seven of Swords? When I met you, I knew never seen love like this. Need. Alright, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting on that Seven of Swords energy. If that's not your energy, tell me more about this Queen of Wands. That most definitely could be your energy, though. This Queen of Wands here. Okay, I'm being encouraged to let you know to trust your intuition when it comes to these messages, because this is going to also be posted on my YouTube, so it may be picking up on many, many energies. On the back of the deck, we got the Devil and the trash box. So like I said, I just feel like you're coming into a clearing. Like things are being cleared out. The old, anything that's trash that needs to be discarded, that's what's happening right now. Externally, internally, I feel like you're the one that's doing these things internally, though, because nobody else can do it for you. If you want to come into a shift within yourself, you have to actually do those things. You have to go in and do the reflection and do the inner child healing and do the shadow work, right? I mean, sometimes it just takes coming into a level of consciousness, but sometimes you won't get there how other people may get there. Sometimes you'll just get there in your own way, at your own pace. But yeah, see, you're ascending while other people are still in that same low vibrational energy. Half of y'all have already ascended. That's why you got to be around like-minded individuals. Man, this is a lovely energy, because I'm just seeing nothing but different human beings, different worlds, different realities, but coming out on top. There was things that shook up your life, mind, emotions, but you've overcome it all. And there are still things in your present life that tries to, that are challenges, right? But you will overcome them all, as you have before. But this will be a different reality shift. This will be one that's also spiritual, which it always is, right? But this will literally change your whole entire world to the point to where it's literally different. Like how you've become a different person and your reality is different. I'm telling you, it's a whole different, that's basically what it is, a whole different reality, a whole different mindset, a whole different life. New feelings, new emotions, going from depressed to overly joyed at bliss, to the point to where it's hard to even become upset again, sad again, right? And maybe it's because you've done the work to yourself to where you won't get back into these spaces. Now that's the real true key to life. Inner peace, to the point to where you're going to be set for life. Therefore, it wouldn't matter if you're rich or not. It wouldn't matter if you had to release some people or not. And I feel like this is going to be at a point in time where you don't have to release certain people, because the ones that you let close to you, like, you will have this understanding, and you will also be trusting your intuition more. So I feel like it's just, that's probably the new levels, new devil's energy. Instead of talking about people and referring to other people, the enemies, it's really just you versus you. Coming into these different versions of yourself, unlocking different things, but in reality, it's just ascending. Just like the old version of you, it's not dusty, dried up, anything that's degrading, right? But it's just evolving, moving to the next phase, like that. It's not taken away from its, taking the worth away or anything like that. All right, can I have some more messages on this energy for the collective? Thank you. Thank you. Yep. See, it's going to be so many things for you to choose from that you ain't going to know what to choose. And that's probably what you could be experiencing right now, whether it's within love, career, life overall. You guys, we got a deal and a sale going on right now. $5. How do they feel about you? Alright, any more messages here for the collective? Yep. See, it's like one of those situations where all you have to do is step outside of your comfort zone to receive everything that you could have ever wanted or dreamed of. Everything that you're asking for now, it's right at the palm of your hands. It's just about grabbing it, right? So make sure there's nothing keeping you from grabbing it. People, places, habits, things, situations, circumstances, right? Don't let any of these things, because I feel like some of y'all learned lessons already to the point to where you can actually dodge that. To where you know better because it was already learned in the past or experienced in the past, to the point to where it can be dismissed in the present. Any more messages here for the collective? Yeah, see, you're experiencing some type of indecision right now. And this is a timeless reading. So this doesn't have to just be right now. This could have been something that already happened, confirming something. This could be going on in the present, or this could be something that's going to happen in the future. Falling in love so fast. Any more messages regarding this indecision? So we got financial constraints coming out. So some of y'all are probably indecisive when it comes to some type of financial situation, or maybe you're indecisive because of financial constraints. Maybe if you weren't having any financial problems or anything like that, maybe you probably would have been more decisive in your life. Way to stay. Angel number 8 and angel number 13 could be significant. You could be seeing these numbers. 444 is very significant. The color red, especially like what the Little Red Riding Hood wears. I don't know if that's like a red hoodie that she puts on her head, or if it's like I don't know. I'm seeing this red robe, but it also has like this hoodie on it. I'm seeing abundance. Abundance. Any more messages here for the collective overall? What is the message here overall? Any more messages? All right, your second chakra is significant. I believe this is the yellow chakra, or is that the orange chakra? It says the second chakra. So this could be the solar plexus or the sacral chakra, but I can't tell which one that is. Angel number 36 could be significant. Angel number 333. I used to have some cards up here that tied to the chakras. I don't know where it's at. Because, you know, some of the chakras will even tell you what they mean. Like some chakras says it's like the I can chakra. It's the this chakra, the that chakra. And if it's blocked or hindered or whatever, then you may be having some trouble within those areas, which is why chakra healing for you guys will be really good. But I don't know which chakra this is. Maybe look up what the solar plexus or the sacral chakra is referring to. And whichever one resonates with you more, then that's what's going on within this this message, but I can do it right now. All right, so when it comes to the sacral chakra, yeah, that looks like the sacral chakra. Y'all could be seeing angel number 5 as well. All right. This chakra is located in the lower abdomen below the navel. It's associated with emotions, creativity, sensuality, and pleasure. When balanced, it promotes emotional fluidity, healthy relationships, and creative expression. Imbalances can manifest as emotional instability, difficulties with intimacy, or a lack of creativity. All right? So for some of you guys, if that's what that energy is. And with the solar plexus, which is usually the third chakra, yeah, so this energy is most definitely the sacral that we were talking about before. So basically, your emotions, creativity, sexuality, and pleasure is the main energy as well. So if you're balanced in this space, then you'll have emotional, it promotes emotional fluidity, healthy relationships, and creative expression. But if you're imbalanced in this energy, if it's kind of blocked, then emotional instability, difficulties with intimacy, or a lack of creativity could be significant. And since I already did the searchings of the solar plexus, which is the third chakra, the sacral chakra was the second chakra. The first chakra is the root. They start from the bottom and I guess they go up. So the first one is the root chakra. Second one is the sacral. The third one is the solar plexus. The fourth one is the heart chakra. The fifth one is the throat chakra. The sixth one is the third eye chakra. And last but not least, seventh is the crown chakra. Now with the solar plexus, it's located in the upper abdomen, roughly 4 finger breadths above the navel. All right. The solar plexus is associated with the element of fire, symbolizing energy and transformation. That's probably why I was feeling a little bit of both of them as well, because remember we were talking about your energy and everything like that. All right, so its function is it governs self-confidence, willpower, decision-making, and personal power. Yeah. See, for some of y'all, maybe you could have that down packed or maybe not. We haven't gotten to that point to where we got this card, but since we're on the topic, this could also be very significant as well as your second chakra. All right, now if this chakra is balanced, it allows for healthy self-esteem, clear decision-making, and a strong sense of personal identity. Yeah, so if there's already indecision and everything going on, then we already know some work needs to be done on this third chakra, which is the solar plexus as well. So doing some, putting on some healing sound music for the sacral chakra and the solar plexus would be really good. Maybe within all individual chakras, because this card came out for the second chakra, but the third one didn't come out. That doesn't mean that it's not, that it won't. It's just I didn't pull any cards to get that card. So all your chakras most definitely could be significant. But when I had asked the question of like what is the main energy, your emotions, sensuality, pleasure, like all that energy, I mean all of that is very significant. So that could be the space and energy that you're coming into, or that's being encouraged of you to activate more, to get in alignment a little bit more. All right. Now, if your solar plexus is imbalanced, then it could lead to low self-esteem, anxiety, control issues, and a lack of confidence. Okay, so maybe yoga, because yoga wasn't what I thought it was. It's actually very spiritual. All right, on the back of the deck, we got Door to Romance. So, yeah. And just for the hell of it, We're going to look this up. It says financial constraints refers to limitations on the financial resources available, impacting a person, organization, or project's ability to spend or invest, which is what I was saying earlier. Like, y'all could be indecisive because of the financial constraints, that's happening. That's why I said when y'all learn how to just have faith and release and not be in your head about things, because in reality, you're so stressed and depressed and worried. It's because you're doing this to yourself. You're stressed out about money or all these other things. Like, sometimes you just got to relax and have faith. And if you want to take a more practical approach and actually start implementing certain things into your life that can take you out of these areas that you don't want to be in. Like, if you feel like, oh my gosh, money's low, are you going to sit there, cry about it, stress over it, etc.? Or are you going to have faith and be in a more optimistic energy? And are you going to actually take a practical approach to get out of that energy? Like, there's things that you can do for this stuff that you're experiencing. Like, sometimes human beings, like, we just 3D plane problems, but we be so zoomed into them that we don't realize that things are, like, much deeper than that. Like, for sure. So in order to live in a more peaceful life internally, therefore externally, because once again, the inside world is a reflection on the world on the outside. So go the route of restoration. Restore yourself. Heal yourself. Maybe get into water. Do spiritual baths. Do affirmations, especially self-love, self-care affirmations. Okay? Get into a self-care routine, right? Make sure you're getting all your vitamins and minerals as well, so your physical body can even feel good. Because half of y'all, like I said, y'all are drained of energy, etc. So if you're running on fume and you can't get out of your head and all this stuff, sometimes you just got to say, you know what? I acknowledge these things. Let me try to shift this energy. Because, yeah, you're strong, and that's only because of how much stuff that you went through and that you've overcome it, etc. But you don't have to keep being that, using this energy at this expense, because sometimes you be getting worried over nothing and stressed about nothing, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and the things that work out anyway. Like, have you ever been in a situation where you prayed for God to come and save you and God always came through? It's like, even if you don't ask to be saved, it'll still happen. Like, especially because you're a good person. That's why I said I feel like the wheel will turn into your favor, because you're not even dishing out trauma or chaos into the world. So right now, this is the time to get your emotions and pleasures and sensuality and yourself back together. And I feel like that's what's happening, or you're being encouraged to initiate this type of change in your work, in your life. And then you'll start seeing changes within your finances, mental spaces, emotions, therefore your reality. And then I feel like you'll also shift in a spiritual aspect, to where you'll come into some type of realization, or to where you'll just start operating mentally in a certain space, because now you know that this helps bring about inner peace. Any more messages here for the collective? Welcome in. Look, your 7th chakra is coming out, which is the crown chakra. Since we looked up the other chakras, let's look up this one. And of course, we know it ties to your knowing and everything like that. But here it says, the crown chakra is associated with spiritual connection. Weren't we just talking about that? I just said this is also going to be something that's more spiritual as well. I'm telling you, like, unlocking a higher consciousness. So look, it says the crown chakra is associated with spiritual connection, higher consciousness, and enlightenment. So you could be experiencing this. Like, you could be experiencing higher consciousness, or something with the spiritual connection is significant, and enlightenment could be significant, or this is going to come about in your life. Okay? Or like I said, for some of you guys, you're just encouraged to go down this path. Like, I feel like you guys are already doing this for sure. Or like I said, you're encouraged to if you're not. All right, so the crown chakra is located at the top of the head. It's believed to connect individuals to a deeper sense of meaning in the vastness of the universe. When it's balanced, it can lead to a sense of trust, connection, and euphoria. It allows one to process information deeply, transforming it into wisdom and maintaining a sense of inner peace and calm. Okay, so yeah, this is what y'all need. Y'all need to do some chakra healing for sure. An imbalanced crown chakra can result in a lack of purpose, feeling disconnected, confusion, distraction, depression, or even existential crisis. It can manifest as resistance to new ideas or a feeling of being ungrounded. Yeah, some of y'all need to go out there and hug a tree, get your feet in the grass, throw all the rubber shoes away. You need to be able to feel the grass underneath them toes. All right? In essence, the crown chakra is the gateway to spiritual awakening and a deeper understanding of one's place in the universe. All right, so a lot of you guys need to do some work regarding your 7th, 2nd, and 3rd chakra. Now, once again, all your other chakras can also be significant. So I would recommend you looking up what the chakras mean or what they tend to, so you can know. Therefore, you will be able to realize what type of healing you need in what type of areas, right? Because if you're already tapped in with your knowing and everything, that message probably don't pertain to you when it comes to getting this chakra more balanced or whatever the case may be, because it's already balanced, right? So for those of you who have the imbalanced chakras, you're needing to do chakra healing. Listen to certain sounds frequencies that can help with those chakras. Do certain yoga meditations or practices, like etc. All right. Attachment is also out here. Like I said, you guys have to observe and not absorb. All right. I'm glad that I picked up these cards. I did a reading the other day and I had chose to use some cards that I really, really loved. And it was these right here. Where are they? They're so beautiful. I can't even, okay, they're right here. It was these, the Raise Your Vibration Oracles. Very beautiful. And now I channeled to pick up these, and another beautiful deck that goes right with the message that we're saying, as always, right? All right, so you have some type of attachment to something. Maybe it's an attachment to a man with a coin, like a man with money, or a man who has earthly possessions, or maybe that's your energy. Maybe you need to change your relationship with money or the material world. Once again, observe, don't absorb. Practice the law of detachment, right? Now, for others of you guys, this attachment energy can be anything. It doesn't have to just be like what I've mentioned. All right, now I'm thinking of perfectionist, personality disorders. Yeah, you're attached. There's some type of attachment here. Maybe it could be towards some type of romantic situation. Confirm more of this attachment energy. What is this? And this deck is called the Energy Oracle Cards. It even comes with a little thing on the back, the guidebook thing. All right. So we got appreciation. This song is... Oh, my love. Then everything. I can't even think of what the name of this song is, but I'll put it up to the phone. I can't think of the song. All right, let's see. Confirm what this attachment energy is. Okay, we got hater coming out. Somebody who disapproves or envious, whatever the case may be, against your victories, etc. So this could be people outside of your own energy. Or maybe you have an attachment to someone who hates on you. I feel like you need to appreciate your own energy a lot more and yourself a lot more, because then maybe this attachment energy will go down a lot. Confirm appreciation. Yeah, we got daughter romance, angel of love, yeah. Yeah. See, it's like you probably holding on and grasping on to the things that no longer serve you and not even serve your highest good or any of that, while you also can reach for the things that you want and deserve, right? Confirm attachment. Attachment is here. We got the sun. Practice gratitude, okay? Yeah, now the 6th chakra is coming out, which is your third eye chakra. Yeah, maybe if you've seen something clearly or was conscious of something or was using your intuition on something, this attachment probably wouldn't even be here. Or maybe you're attaching yourself to the wrong things. You said, do I see your comment? You said, okay. If that's the comment you're talking about, then I do see it. We got happy family coming out in the reverse. So for some of y'all, this can tie to an unhappy family situation. Or maybe you could be too attached to wanting a happy family, when once again, you can't control things outside of yourself, right? Therefore, if people are dysfunctional, they're not self-aware, etc., they probably don't have the means to create this happy family that you foresee, right? Especially with the energy you give off. I'm sure you will want the energy you give off to be reciprocated. So is it maybe some of you guys are experiencing issues within, like I said earlier, your love life, right? Whether it's romantic or whether it's platonic, but all of this is going to change around soon. First, you have to accept that something is the way that it is and that you can easily change it as well. Like you can just start seeing things in a different way. Like instead of stressing yourself out that people are not like you and your family is horrible and they betray, instead, look at it like forgive them for they know not what they do and etc. Like anything that can help you gain, inner peace. Right? Because a hater always gonna be a hater. And a low vibrational person who's just not self-aware and they don't see your point and etc. You're not here to make it make sense to somebody else. This is your own reality. Just like how it's their own reality. That's why you do good not to argue with people, because it's just no point. They see things how they see it. And so do you, right? This could be a time of truth, of justice. That law situation or court case is going to work out for you. If you're not in solitude already, maybe some of you guys are being encouraged to go into solitude and just go within. Think of a library. Think of that library being stored inside of you. So go within. And then I thought of research, but go within and reflect. Do some inner child healing. Do some shadow work. You've succeeded at a few things, but I feel like you still have some more stuff to do, right? Especially with indecision and attachment coming out. So let this be a time of self-love and self-care. All right, you went through enough already, and I'm sure you don't need to go through more and more and more. Any more messages for the collective? Yep, the High Priest. 10 of Cups. I'm seeing knowledge sharing. Maybe you're going to be sharing your knowledge. I'm seeing something about beliefs and fellowship. Maybe you're going to be, you're speaking for God, or God God is within and all around, right? Some of you guys could be uncertain about something, but just surrender. Something could be a sacrifice, or maybe there will have to be something that's sacrificed. Especially if you're wanting to come into a shifted perspective. All right. But hard work pays off. You could be manifesting ideas, especially when it comes to your money growing. You just need to be persistent. All right, continue to move forward. I'm seeing that you're taking an initiative, or you're being encouraged to take the initiative when it comes to moving forward. Like, be the leader of your life, because I promise you, you're not going to steer yourself in the wrong direction. And then you're also going to stumble across other people who are similar to you, who's probably looking for the same thing that you're looking for, right? Friends who are awoke, lovers who are awoke, etc., right? But somebody's emotionally immature, right? Somebody's creativity is blocked. Somebody's coming off a bit childish. Maybe this could be you, or this could be somebody else. If this is somebody else, you've been dealing with people who are emotionally immature, childish. Their creativity is blocked. They need to do some inner child healing, because they have childhood issues, and it's still hindering them to this day. But if that's your energy, then of course you have some childhood issues going on that you're needing to, that's probably affecting you to this day, that you need to tend to. That can also be a reason why you don't respond in a mature manner emotionally. Could be a little childish in that aspect. But yeah, I feel like similar to like how they say Earth is a school, you're going to graduate. But I feel like it's just all at your pace, right? That's probably why they say it's not a rush, it's not a competition. Look, we got the Emperor in the reverse. Some of y'all had father figures in your lives that abused their power, all right? Or maybe somebody has some type of paternal issues going on, or something's inflexible regarding an Emperor. Maybe the way things are happening in someone's life. Like, say, for instance, if they're trying to meet a deadline and they're also trying to obtain this and obtain that, it seems like the things in their life is not making it easier for them to get all these things situated and done. Or it could just be a person. Like, somebody is making something harder than what it has to be or something. But we got self-evaluation, awakening, forgiveness. With the Judgment energy coming out, it's a lot of balancing. You see these keep popping up. So a lot of these going on. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I just feel like you're moving on, coming into something different. All right. You're probably at a time to where you're focused, or where you're being encouraged to focus. All right. To be more in control. I'm seeing willpower, drive. God bless me. All right, confirm happy family in the reverse. Angel of balance. Yeah. Okay, so I touched bases on that already. Confirm attachment. Rest and rejuvenation. That's what I'm saying. Y'all just gotta let it go. You be attached to things. Look, and then we have strategy here. Remember we was talking about strategy? Remember I told y'all that the Seven of Swords can also signify strategy? I told y'all you can be more strategic when it comes to your spiritual journey, when it comes to this 3D plane, when it comes to your mental and emotions, when it comes to your finances, right? You have a brain. It works. Even if you're not 100% conscious, you still can navigate through this life. And I'm telling you, figure things out for yourself. Just trust in yourself. All right. I do feel like you have people who are not rooting for you. They could be hating on you, or whatever the case may be. That's why it's even more crucial for you to tend to yourself right here, right now. Because if the people who you knew as family or whoever else don't even got your back, then you know what I'm saying? So I mean, God is always going to come through for you regardless. You're always being protected. But I'm just saying, like, facing the reality of things and, you know, learning the lessons that you've already learned, right? Or applying the lessons that you've already learned. Because I'm seeing some of y'all going to be sitting back, sipping your drink, enjoying the fruits of your labor. Some of y'all can already be doing this. See what I'm saying? You done figured out the cheat code. Or some of y'all, you're going to be coming in, these ideas are going to be coming in. But first, maybe some of y'all had to take a break. Some of y'all had to relax your mind. Some of y'all had to relax your body. Like, I feel like just something had to become rejuvenated and restored. And I feel like that's what's going on. Or you're being encouraged to be on this path. That's how you're really going to get stuff done. You see how the world energy is keep coming out? You got people around you who envious. You're walking away from a lot of things and a lot of people that don't serve you. Some of y'all probably looking back, but don't look back, honey. Close the door on your way out. Don't let nobody come through. You creating a new life for yourself, a new world for yourself. It's going to be more peaceful. It's going to be more stable. It's going to be filled with connections that are more in alignment with who you are and your values. Okay, we got yin and yang coming out. It says blossoming abundance. Like I said, we talked about abundance earlier. All right, adjacent possibilities refers to concept, often applied to innovation and creativity that at any given moment, only a limited set of new configurations or developments are realistically accessible, like a shadow future on the edge of the present. Because our adjacent possibilities came out, so if you don't know what that means, then this is what it means. These are the next steps that are just one connection, one innovation, one idea away from the current state. It emphasizes that progress isn't random leaps, but rather a series of incremental steps within the accessible realm. Wow. So when it comes to accessibility, right, it says the adjacent possible represents what's immediately rechargeable or reachable given the current state of knowledge, technology, or system. So this is talking about what you're able to access when we're talking about the adjacent possibilities. So when we're talking about access, when it comes to adjacent possibilities, the adjacent possible represents what's immediately reachable given the current state of knowledge, technology, or system, right? Whether it's spiritual 3D plane, whatever, whether it's knowledge, all right? And we got incremental growth, which we just talked about. It highlights that innovation and evolution occur through a series of small connected steps rather than sudden large leaps, right? Similar to an awakening, right? When you get to that point of an awakening, when little things add up, right? I feel like that's just what I'm getting from this. Now with creativity and innovation, it says the theory suggests that by exploring the adjacent possible, we unlock new avenues for creativity and further expansion of the possible, right? Examples would be biology, technology, art, and personal growth. For example, personal growth, a new skill or perspective gained through learning, right? That would be an example when it comes to what I just said regarding creativity and innovation. All right, when exploring the adjacent possibilities. An example with art would be a new technique that emerges from a current artistic style. When it comes to technology, it could be a new app that builds upon existing mobile technology. Or within biology, it could be a new gene combination that arises from existing genetic material, right? Now, when we're talking about things that are not random, it says it's not just any random possibility, but the set of options that are directly connected to what already exists. Last but not least, expanding the horizon talks about by exploring the adjacent possible, you create an even larger space of possibilities for future exploration, continually pushing the boundaries of what's achievable. Wow. it's like you see all these doors that are open. There's always going to be doors open. There's always going to be a new avenue, a next step, a next level. More things that are possible to become achieved or done. Confirm this adjacent possibilities. Like, regardless, you've always made a way. Regardless, you've always, man, this is most definitely talking about money situation as well. All right. Your heart chakra is coming out with this energy. And then we have the thinking man. On the back of the deck, we have the first chakra, which is the root chakra. And that's talking about Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Ariel. And I can't think of the other. We got Archangel Uriel. And I can't think of the other archangel that ties to the third chakra right now, because I don't have the card in front of me. But the thinking man, of course, this could be a man that's thinking. It doesn't have to be a male. It can be a masculine energy. And the heart chakra is here. So maybe regarding this thinking man, like the heart chakra is very significant. And then we have the door to value. I don't know why I'm thinking this is more of passions, pleasures. But it can really be anything. And especially after confirming the adjacent possibilities. Okay, there could be adjacent possibilities when it comes to the door to value. Okay, when it comes to your heart chakra. When it comes to some thoughts or a thinking man specifically. All right, when it also comes to your root chakra. All right. Now, let me see if I can find a more clearer term for adjacent possibilities, but I'm sure we get it right. The adjacent possible is a kind of shadow future hovering on the edges of the present state of things. A map of all the ways in which the present can reinvent itself. Wow. Okay. The adjacent possible captures both the limits and the creative potential of change and innovation. The adjacent possible is the most salient, most shared, and perhaps most important of I never seen this word before. It's CACOPHONY. It means a harsh, discordant mixture of sounds. Cacophony. That's probably how it's pronounced. A cacophony. Okay, so the adjacent possible is the most salient, most shared, and perhaps most important of a cacophony of colorful metaphors about biology, information, and networks offered by Stuart A. Kaufman in his seminal At Home in the Universe. I don't know if I pronounced that right or wrong, but the definition of salient is most noticeable or important. The adjacent possible is a shadowy inverse of history, exponential in its possibilities. Exponential in its possibilities. The further into the future we go, yet intelligently curtailed at every step by limitations of the present. Man, do y'all get what this is saying? It's like, as I'm reading it, it's something clicking in my brain. Man, and remember I was talking about something of that sort before? Steps by the limitations. So there could be limitations of the present, especially based on how further into the future or something like that we go. But it's also a shadowy inverse of history. Like, I don't know. It's making sense, but it's just, you ever read an article that was like, okay, I get it, but okay, but yeah, I'm sure you guys will get it. The next song we got is by One Direction. It's called Night Changes. Synchronicity, synchronicity. Angel number 24 could be significant. Maybe February 4th. Maybe the 6th of something. 6 minutes from now, 6 hours from now, 6 weeks from now. Okay. Maybe the age 24. The year 24. Last year could be significant. Angel number 35 could be significant. Just take the messages how it resonate for you. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing. Any last messages here for the collective? I'm seeing caring connections and hostilities. I don't think they're coming out at the same time. Now, hostility means hostile behavior, unfriendliness, or opposition. All right. So maybe you got some people that has hostile behavior. Maybe people who you care about, or who care about you. Maybe there's hostile behavior or unfriendliness going on. Okay, maybe these are just two separate things. Okay, maybe there's hostile behavior, unfriendliness, or oppositions could be very significant. And then you also have caring connections out here, whether it's spiritually or in this 3D plane. Okay, so tell me more about this caring connections so I can see if it's with the hostile woman holding a coin. Okay, so 2 earth signs could be significant, or a masculine and feminine energy in this earthly plane, or something that's tied to a financial situation. Maybe 2 people having their own coin. Caring connections. Yeah, this is talking about your community. What about the caring connections? Some type of contract or lesson. So like I said, for some of you guys, this can tie to your family or your romantic counterparts, etc. Confirm hostilities. Okay. Maybe you're kind of hostile when it comes to certain things because of your heart chakra and your emotions, especially when it comes to romance or people you're romantically involved with. Maybe something about money as well. What is this message trying to tell me? Something about behavior. What about the behavior? What about it? Or opposition. What about this? What about this hostility? It says the temple path. I don't know. I just feel like you're being called to a more peaceful life. Peaceful emotions. Peaceful mental spaces or thoughts. Peaceful energy and spaces. Peaceful thoughts. Serenity. Flow. Right? But there may be things that hinder you or hold you back from operating fully in these spaces, which can be things that you can stop, right? Like, it doesn't have to be this way, especially if you calm the damn mental prison that you have, okay? Or if you calm your energy when it comes to a storm brewing in your life, because it doesn't have to be a stressful situation, a depressing situation, right? I feel like it's all about how you take things. And some of you guys, you take things very personal. And this is not doing anything but leaving you as a hostile individual who has a frown on their face all the time, who disapproves of certain things, who's not happy for other people, right? And I mean, only take what resonates. If that's not your energy, that's not your energy. I'm just reading whatever I'm seeing, but it's pretty much the message that I have. Anything else? Any last messages? Any last messages? Yeah, look, the Magician. You have all the tools and resources that you need. Your manifestations are coming through. Maybe you're manifesting or being encouraged to. Well, things are getting to balance so that your manifestations can come in. This is also talking about some type of creation. All right. Any last messages here for the collective? Yeah. 5 of Swords. Confirm this Hangman, Lovers, 5 of Swords energy. Yeah, some of y'all ended a chapter with someone who you were in a connection with. Maybe because of some type of defeat. Some type of deceit. Maybe this was something that was left to sacrifice. Tell me more about this Hangman energy. Yeah. So some of y'all were in a connection with somebody who you probably didn't know if you could trust. You probably felt skeptical that they were preying on your downfall or something. And for some of y'all, they actually were. For others of y'all, I don't really know if they were or not. Maybe sometimes the way we look at things or see things is because of our own traumas and like how we interpret situations. You know, if we believe in narcissism, then we're going to see people as narcissists, gaslighters, etc. But if we don't believe in those things, or if it doesn't exist to us, then we'll probably just see them in our normal state of thinking, which would probably be, oh, well, that's still just my cousin. They just operate in that space, right? It wouldn't be, oh, that's my hater-ass cousin. That's evil-eyeing me. You know, so I feel like sometimes, like, yes, this person probably did something that was deceitful, or they probably did this and did that. But give yourself enough enlightenment or something to help yourself heal through the process instead of being stuck there, right? Somebody probably can't let go of a lover, and they're needing to, like, maybe take a break, a pause or something. Maybe a woman is the one that's really doing the... Maybe there's a man thinking in regards of a relationship, or a masculine energy thinking in regards of a relationship. What is the Five of Swords? This is the Three of Pentacles. Defeat within some type of collaborative pursuit. Maybe something didn't work out with someone who you still love and someone who loves you. Maybe something had to pause because maybe someone had on a false mask, or maybe somebody feels like they're being strategic at something. But there could be an ending of a chapter within this situation. Tell me more about this lover energy. Yeah, so you could be attracting new friendships, new romantic situations. But I feel like you still have this person who may feel like a soulmate, or they may see you as such. And maybe you're still kind of confused about this situation. So that's probably why you're being encouraged to, like, you know, take a pause to really, you know, maybe so you can heal, or maybe so you can see something more clearly, or so a shift of perspective can come about, whether it's to you or to the other individual. But regardless, I'm seeing moving forward victories. I'm seeing haters and opposition as well. But regardless, if anybody is not on your team, they losing. They on the, you know, you got to get with the winning team, and they already losing, you know. So regardless, just let people do them. Okay, dark magic, black magic, death magic, something like that could be significant. But as I said earlier, y'all are ending chapters in your life. You're coming into like these new beginnings, because endings do bring new beginnings. But I feel like sometimes you still be stuck where the ending happened, right? Like the ending already happened, but you still stuck there because maybe your mental or emotions is suffering from that situation. So now that's the aftermath of everything, which is a depressed individual who's in their head or something. But like I said, things are working out for you as they always are. I guess it's just how you look at things. And if you're not healing or giving yourself enlightenment, then you'll probably be, you know, depressed and self-sabotaging or feeling defeated in life, or whatever the case may be. So just shift that and you'll be good. Yeah, cut that out. Release that. Let go of that. Cut that out. So that you can feel better. Whoever shared the live, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for getting me up to 5.4K likes. I'm about to get off a live soon. I wanted to go ahead and do a love message as well. So I was thinking of cutting out the live, but I'll just stay on the same live and we'll just do 2 separate collectives in one recording. All right, so if you are here, then lucky you, because we're about to go ahead and do a love reading as well. This was like a general, whatever was going to come out. So this one will be specifically love. Gonna take a little break. Stand up, because my... what's the name is... Alrighty. Oops. We got Michael Jackson, Remember the Time on. All right, make sure you guys go drink some water, whatever it is. Eat some fruit. I don't know if we'll get into a love reading. I may throw some love messages out. Because at first I was thinking I wanted to do a love reading, but now I'm like, I think I'm going to do another general. I kind of want to use my personal deck. Which are these decks. I have like a lot of personal decks, but I was mainly talking about these. So I'll probably pull them after I pull some tarot. I think I'm gonna pull some tarot first. All right, let me put on Trying to Call. All right, the song Payphone by Maroon 5 is very significant. All right, Ty Dolla $ign, All the Time, very significant. This is the slowed, and it's 1:01 a.m. right now, August 6, 2025. It's a Wednesday. This is Slowed Down by Mafia something. DJ Doman posted it. So okay. Now let's get into the messages. I haven't pulled any of these tarot cards in a minute. My cards ended up getting messed up. Water damage. For some reason, one of the childhood friends that I had messed them up. Even though it was like water damage, but I think maybe they sat them somewhere. I can't recall as much. But anyways, cleanse the energy within and around me. Yeah, we're gonna do a love reading because this song gives love reading. Naya, thank you for double tapping the screen. Hello, hello. Look, we got 5 in the likes. Told y'all them number 5s. Oh, my baby. No, you drive me crazy. Man, I'm over here. I'm trying to look. Alright, let's get a love reading out here for the collective. My intention is to get a love message out here for the collective, to interpret the message in the way that it is meant to be said for the collective. Removing and banishing any negative energy that surrounds me, any energy that's going to hinder the message, interfere with the message. I need clear and concise messages only. Ashe, ashe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, some of y'all, you thought you had songs about another person, but whoever this new person is, whether it, look, for some of y'all, could be like new person energy, but regardless, it's a person who I'm not picking up on toxicity though. It's just deep feeling relationships. True love relationships. Where the person who actually is saying that they love you actually does. Because they can. Not the ones who think they love you, but in reality, they don't because they can't. I mean, maybe they can, right? But they're not doing it. It's not giving that. It's giving abuse, it's giving violence, it's giving overbearing, it's giving uncomfortable, or why are we shy around each other? Or not, why are we shy? I mean, it's fine to be shy, but this is one of those, if you know, you know. I need to sit on something on this chair. It's so uncomfortable. I'll just put this back. Oh. All right. What is the love message here for the collective? Okay. This is by The Dream. It's called Falsetto. 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 It's the slow down version. If you have The throat chakra is very significant. You heard me say, But now, Musi, M-U-S-I, you can download that. Yeah. You can download that for music. It'll be like the exact same stuff that you can find on YouTube. You know, a lot of other music platforms probably don't have those type of things. So in case you have an iPhone and you don't have that app, thank me later, okay? Now, this card was in this deck. They're two very different decks. So I got called to go ahead and pick this one up. Okay. This talks about pain and heartbreak, though. So when it comes to your love life, I feel like there's some type of pain. Air energy could be significant, or maybe this was something that was mentally harming, triggering, hurtful as well. Similar to like a scar on the brain, a stain on the brain, or a trauma. Maybe they gave you some type of trauma. Then it's like it's all braided up on the inside. So I don't know if some of y'all dressed up this pain a little bit. Maybe somebody tried to dang, I can't think of that word. Not overestimate, right? Dang, I can't think of it, but any more messages here regarding the collective's love life? This could be family, this could be friends, this could be romantic situations. It doesn't just have to be, oh, my ex, yeah, that situation where they hurt me. And no, it could be family members betraying you, stabbing you in the back, whatever the case may be. Somebody lying to you, just betrayal, you know. And at least that's what you felt from it, right? Because remember, we just did a collective talking about how we can really help ourselves by observing and not absorbing. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this was a long journey. Maybe you've been with this person for a while, especially like over a year. Some of y'all 3 years or something, 3 or more. Abraham Lincoln or money or something like that could be significant. Maybe primordial times, or whenever people wore these type of hats, which they probably still do. Horses could be significant. You know, when you traveling and you start going into other states and everything, and how sometimes it looks like an area that's just filled with hills or rocks and sand, but it's nothing, it's no community, it's no city or anything there, like those areas. The desert areas could be very significant. Long travel could be significant, especially by foot or by car. That could be very significant. Something about a routine could be significant. Tower moment on the back of the deck. Any more messages here for the collective? Something could have been very chaotic and destructive. Something could have happened out of the blue. There could have been some type of upheaval. Some of y'all were very devastated. Sorrow. You still are in this energy. So some of you guys can also be dwelling on the things that didn't work out. Therefore, you're still experiencing negative emotions. Some of you guys, this has gotten to the point of depression, When you see the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups out here, these are the main two cards that talk about pain. The Three of Swords is the sword energy. So that's the mental, communication, thoughts. The Five of Cups is more emotion. You know, the cup energy, water energy. The air, that was more air energy. The Three of Swords. Gemini, Libra, and or Aquarius energy. Water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, and or Pisces. This Pentacle energy is Taurus, Capricorn, and or Virgo. Heavy earth energy. Maybe this could be just groundedness. Maybe this is coming to a level of groundedness. Then I'm thinking of peace, patience. But yeah, this Five of Cups energy can also be grief, mourning, a relationship. Maybe there was a breakup that happened. Any more messages for the collective regarding this love situation? Yeah, most definitely a Taurus, Capricorn, and or Virgo is significant. Okay, or something about financial security or someone being preoccupied with financial matters could be very significant. Somebody may not have a vision, or they may not have had a vision with this individual. They may not have been able to see what the future, if there could be a future, if there would be a future. They probably couldn't see a future with this person. You probably couldn't see a future with this person. Or maybe vice versa. Maybe they probably didn't know if there would be a future, or they couldn't anticipate one. You know, it could be in different ways. This could be your energy, the other person, or both. Regardless, I feel like there's pain here. There's despair. There's someone still hurt, still in pain, still mourning the things that didn't work out, still feeling hurt by something. Alright, any more messages? The throat chakra. Any more messages for the collective? Something regarding the throat chakra could be very significant. The death energy is coming out. It don't know if you want to come out in upright or reverse. Letting go, releasing, transformation, external change, abrupt change. Aquarius and Scorpio energy could be very significant. Even within astrology, what they mean. Energy number 1010 could be significant. Repeating number ones could be significant. Long hair. Long hair. The Reaper or a skull, science is significant. Ace of Wands in the back. I'm seeing a fresh start. Taurus energy. Seeing a fresh start, a new beginning within work, creativity, action, energy. King of Cups, Two of Cups. There's a lot of emotions or love towards, maybe someone has a lot of love or emotions, or yeah, someone has a lot of love or emotions. I'm seeing emotional mastery, emotional intelligence, someone who gives good advice. I'm also seeing a relationship. So this could be new love. Yeah, this could be for sure a new beginning. It's similar to that energy of you've been you haven't felt safe in a relationship for so long that you start feeling skeptical of a relationship that is of true love. It's similar to that. So some of y'all gonna have to take that leap of faith. hmm maybe you need to just, you're spending time getting yourself together, blossoming and blooming and grooming, growing, evolving, creating. hmm You could be indecisive. Ooh, Six of Pentacles. Indecisive. There's probably no action towards something, especially no quick action towards something. Could tie to a job, it doesn't have to. Could tie to some type of earthly position, but it doesn't have to. Could tie to generosity, but it doesn't have to be for all of you guys. Yeah, you could be separated from this individual, taking a break. Yeah, I feel like this was a situation that was probably low vibrational. Maybe this there was some shadow work that needed to be done, some shadows that needed to be loved and faced. But I feel like there is balance being restored. Like I feel like something is healing. Maybe something could be healing now. Similar to when they be like, oh, well, maybe sometimes getting out of that area could help. Or sometimes taking a break, breaking up, whatever could help. Right? Moving on with my life, etc. could. Because now something could actually be healing, or you could actually be healing. I'm bowing. This song is by Post Malone. It's called White Iverson. Basketball or the NBA could be very significant. The music industry, or just musicians, people of talent within the arts. All right, but there's probably little to no communication, action, or energy towards something or someone within your love life. Remember, your love life doesn't just have to be about romantic partners, but it can also pertain platonic connections like friends and family and stuff like that. Okay? Overall, we get in the emotions, the relationships, your own love of self in here, you know. No, but there's something that you're still indecisive about, though. Maybe it could be towards some type of union. Maybe you don't know if this person is your soulmate. Like, maybe you're indecisive. Maybe you're being pulled towards two different directions. One could be the direction where you still hold on to this person in some type of way, whether it's financially or whatever. And then the other one could be you actually leave this person alone and you come into something new, which maybe that's probably not the easiest thing to do. That's probably why you stuck between both of them. But you just got to go with what aligns with you and your values, what you truly would do if you would just be living in your authenticity. Not if you were living in your trauma, not if you were trying to live in survival mode and operating out of your ego. Sometimes it could be, but we've learned lessons already. We don't need to bump our head again. So that's why I'm saying it in that aspect, right? So maybe moving forward is the best thing that you can do, because there's plenty of fish in the sea, right? Especially one that's probably better than your last, because I'm sure they are an ex for a reason, right? So I feel like you're just needing to get more balanced, whether that's financially, or maybe you're focused on this. Maybe you're in your head limiting and restricting yourself. when it comes to your decisions. This connection also could have been back and forth. This could have also been a situation or a connection that involved you being in your head a lot. Whether it was about financial security or whether it was just regarding the connection overall. But I'm seeing there's somebody who you may have, something may have been illuminated to you already. The wheel most definitely has been moving in your favor. Your manifestation has been playing out. Or those rituals or something you was doing. I'm seeing growth and progress. God bless me. Yeah, somebody about to get a settlement or something like that. Just gonna leave people pennies in a bunch, honey. Somebody don't see this yet, but life for you, it may not be feeling the best. And this may have been a long journey when it came to your love life. Disharmony, right, within your love life. You could have broken up with somebody. You probably don't have the best family relationships. All right, you probably don't have no friends or a social life. Like, everybody's situation is different. But there's a new beginning here. As we talked about earlier, y'all had ended a chapter in your lives. For those of you who resonated with the first collective we did. And the Fool is out here coming out showing itself now. Okay, Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus energy coming out amongst other energies. So I feel like your love life, it wasn't the best experience, but I feel like now you're in a time of balance and healing. Or this is what's to come. And this could have been already happening, or this could have been something that also happened in the past for those of you who probably did the leaving, but you also came back, and it was like break up, make up, break up, reconcile, like one of those situations. This could have been some type of soulmate situation. And if y'all believe in soul contracts, then this could have been some type of connection that involved a soul contract. But it also could have been a false. Like, you know how they be like false twin flame? It also could have been like something false. But I feel like now you're going to retrieve something that's really, really beautiful. The Star and the Temperance card is coming out in your spread. Rejuvenation, healing, hope, faith, balance, restoration, spirituality. Yeah, and I feel like this is going to be a connection that actually, for sure, you're going to already had done the work that you needed to do for yourself. Because I feel like you're going to be in your Empress energy. Or this could just be talking about creation of business, pregnancy. It could be talking about any type of creation, but this can also be the creation of self, like the work that you've done, the progress that you've made when it came to your love life. Therefore, when it came to yourself and your relationships, I feel like there's going to be some type of, there's some huge things going on. You have a lot of major arcanas coming out. Okay, so we know that major situation that happened in your life with somebody who you loved, who you feel like loved you. This was a committed relationship. This was somebody who you probably feel like was your soulmate, and it probably didn't work out. Maybe this is something that you're still grieving. Maybe this is a connection that you were hurt in. Okay, it don't have to be extremely, extremely hurt, but it can be hurt. For some of y'all, it's extremely, extremely hurt, right? Look, he said, I'm tired of arguing. What's on your mind? This song is by K Camp. It's called What's on Your Mind. Maybe that can help you pinpoint who this person may be. Who may be coming out in your spread. But, it's okay to let go of people that you love, right? Just like how it was okay for you to double back to them because you were operating from a space of love anyway, and you were following your heart. So we're not going to shame you for following your heart. right? Therefore, you don't shame you. Don't even worry about what everybody else talking about, what they thinking. You are the main character of your life. This is not your boyfriend or your girlfriend's life, your husband or your wife's life. If you believe in God, it's not even God's life. Some people believe that God flows through you and lives through you, right? And they're just experiencing life in different versions of, right? It just depends on what you believe in, how you're gonna take the message, and your level of consciousness, right? How you'll perceive things or whatever. So just take it how it resonates for you. Nevertheless, I can't really recall what I was coming to, but something didn't work out right. There was some type of abrupt change, and this may have even shifted not only your internal reality, but the reality on the outside. Like, this is probably one of those situations where something has seriously changed to where it doesn't feel the same. It's not the same. Like, life is different without this person in it, right? Or it goes back to, it really all depends. Someone probably doesn't have a job, or there's probably no money. Probably was no money coming in. Probably was confusion and indecision when it came to this situation. But I do feel like there's something new that's going to come in. That's what happens. Endings bring new beginnings. One door closes, another one opens. Whole time that door has always been open. It's just you just now arrived to it. Yes, I like that. See, you're going to have somebody that know how to communicate. They know how to communicate their emotions as well. They can tell you how they feel about you. They can show you that they care about you. They're emotionally intelligent. They can even give you advice. And you the one that's the advisor around here. Yes. What did I say? I seen that King of Cups energy. And then next thing you know, I ended up seeing the Queen of Cups. And I'm like, there we go, confirmation. You and this person are going to be both on the same level, especially when it comes to reciprocating emotionally. Some of y'all probably met y'all soulmate, but you probably never officially met. For some of y'all, like maybe you walked past them, said a word or so. For some of y'all, for others of y'all, this is probably a brand new person you've never seen their face before, right? Everybody's situation is different. It'll be different for everyone. All right. Any more messages here for the collective? But I do feel like you attracting a soulmate energy. Like this was somebody who you loved and you, yeah, but it didn't really work out, you know? Pain was involved and everything else to the point to where, you know, a breakup was necessary and, you know, was toxic and everything else, right? But as you take this time to just work on you and focus on your finances or your mental health, your self-care and everything like that, you're going to be attracting a person that can give you what you wanted in the person that it didn't work out with. You feel me? Okay, you are going to be attracting someone who's literally soulmate energy. You're going to be like, oh, I thought I knew what a soulmate was. Now I know what it is, because this is a person who's actually able to operate in this energy. That's why I say don't even be mad or have resentment and all this other stuff towards these people, because if they knew better, they would do better, right? Like how they say a hater gonna be a hater, that's clear as day, because that's all they can do is that. They're not a person that cheers you on and congratulates you. You don't go to a hater looking to be congratulated from, right? Because a hater gonna be a hater, just like how a snake is a snake. That's what I'm saying. So it's like you finally gonna be attracting relationships that that are safe, right? You won't be in your head about it. You know, it won't be filled with lust. And this won't be one of those situations that's very quick. I feel like this will be something that's steady, serene, in flow, not too fast. Yeah, so I feel like right now you're just heading into calmer waters, and you're going to be heading into a more calmer love life as well. You're going to be attracting healthier friendships or just relationships overall, right? Because there's so many labels on things. Friends, family. We just going to keep it at relationships. You're going to be attracting healthier relationships. More healed versions of yourself, healed versions of others, connecting together, experiencing life. Angel number 123 is significant, and as I told y'all before, the angel number 15 is still significant. I almost forgot about these, so we're gonna pull some of these. Something about the neck, maybe chiropractors or something like that could be significant. Like, cause it's like for some reason, I'm focusing in on how like this neck popping. Maybe somebody who pops their neck could be significant. Alright, what is the messages in love for the collective? Alright. Confirmations, messages, anything that wants to come out for the collective regarding their love life. Okay, we got a tall person is significant. This is regarding appearances. All right, so someone could be tall. Maybe you're tall or the other individuals that's coming out in your spread. It says shoot your shot. For those of you who don't like shooting your shot and you like waiting for somebody else to come and shoot their shot, this is your sign to finally start shooting your shot. All right, for others of y'all, maybe shoot your shot could just be significant, especially if it's talking about an ex. Maybe they shot their shot. It just applies how it fits for you, right? All right, it says ask and you shall receive. It says you are never asking for too much. Exactly. Ask and you shall receive. If you want to manifest like what you want in a partner, etc., do that. If you want to write the little list, put it in a bottle, throw it in the ocean, do whatever you want to do, honey. If you want to say a prayer or just have faith that this will come in, that's what I feel like you should happen. Like, I understand how the relationships that you are familiar with, I understand like how you may feel, how you feel regarding like what happened within those. You may not trust people or whatever the case may be, but you got to clear all of that out. You got to heal that, because this is your life. It's not the other people who hurt you's life, right? You can't go around being handicapped by what they did to you, because forgive them for they know not what they do, right? They didn't know any better. They were operating out of the versions of themselves of who they are. You expected yourself from them, and that's where you messed up at. All right, but there's no such thing as failures, right? This song was Coding Crazy about Future. Maybe Sir, Berlin, or that type of stuff could be significant. All right. Look, we got missing. Take that how it resonates for you. On the back, it says college or university. All right, any more messages for the collective? Maybe some of y'all didn't expect certain sides of a person as well in this connection. Like maybe when something was revealed, it was something that was like, wow. It says, I think of you every day. This could be your energy, or this could be other people's energy towards you. So someone could think about you every day, or you could be thinking about somebody every day. All right, this also could have been said verbally to someone. All right. We got doppelganger coming out. This can even be in a way of saying that someone is trying to be exactly like you, or wanting to attract somebody exactly like you, or maybe somebody looks like you. All right, like a doppelganger, however that resonates in your life. If it resonates in your life, only take what resonates. This is a collective, it's not a personal. Be mindful, it will also be uploaded to YouTube, especially if you can't stay for the whole thing. So with all of you guys coming in, who's ever the current of the message, we're all able to get messages, right? So it's like, that's what they mean by nothing is a coincidence, right? Especially when you know about synchronicities. It's a beautiful, magical thing. But yeah, you guys are, I'm seeing you, you're business oriented, you're a family oriented, business savvy, beautiful on the inside and out type of person. People may even look at you as very appealing. Some may say sexy, right? The queen of work. You get things done. You're a leader. The queen of action. The queen of energy. You got lovely energy. The creator of energy, yeah. You probably one of those people who will go first in things. Or, like I said, you're just a leader. Even if you probably wouldn't go first. Maybe you just think you won't because you never went first before. Alright, it says plotted to unalive you. Dang. Dang. We gonna put this to the side because we're gonna have to get some more energy on it. Tell me more about this plotted to unalive you energy. It says, I know more than you think. So it's somebody who knows more than you think when it comes to this plotted to unalive you situation. Tell me more about this plotted to unalive you. It says change your eating habits. So maybe this could have been somebody trying to play with your food. Okay, or maybe this could be saying change your eating habits, right? Because this can affect your health in some type of way. All right, but that's what I'm seeing off that. For those of you who want to go more into this energy, like who this may be or whatever the case may be, you can send in gifts or you can get your own personal message. Any more messages for the collective regarding their love life? It says, get a reading on situation and advice. And then on the back it says, meditate. Clear your mind. So when it comes to your love life, you're being encouraged to meditate. All right? Not too much, put action. Now, with get a reading on situation and advice, depending on like what your situation is and the advice that could be used for the situation that you're experiencing, could be very significant for you to have. Could be very good for you. All right, any more messages for the collective? Dogs, pet owners could be significant. Dog owners. It says, tell the people you love what you fancy about them. Yeah, why not? You know, sometimes when people already pass away, that's when we really want to, you know, when something tragic or huge happens. But I mean, hey, sometimes that's just what it is, right? But tell the people you love what you fancy about them. Maybe they'll start to be able to see it in themselves, or maybe it'll make their day. It says visit somewhere. Let's see. Let's get more confirmations on that. Migos could be very significant. That song is called T-Shirt, but we're going to change it. Now we got Rich Homie Quan coming on. May he rest in peace. This is called Type of Way. So 2015 time could be significant, or whenever this song was very popular, could be very, like that year could be very significant. The year of 2023 can also be significant. Angel number 7 is significant. Family, domestication, home life, that type of stuff could be significant. Offices, or supplies, office supplies or something like that. It says what you see is real psychic. You can see and predict the unseen and future. Okay, so somebody is a psychic. You for sure are a psychic. You are a seer. All right, it says, I've been struggling. Someone could have verbatimly said this. Maybe you feel this way. Maybe someone else feels this way, and they've told you about it. Maybe heart-to-heart conversations within your love life has been significant. It says, this is a good idea. You may have had some type of idea when it came to your romantic life, and if that resonates with you, I'm seeing that this is a good idea. Only take what resonates. This message may not be for everyone. Confirm a visit somewhere. Maybe some of you guys are being encouraged to visit somewhere. Maybe within your mind, or maybe physically. Just take it how it resonates, because it may trigger an awakening. Or maybe this visit somewhere is tying to some type of awakening. Any more messages for the collective? It says underhanded behavior. Someone doing something right under your nose. Yep, betrayal right under your nose. So regarding your love life, somebody could have betrayed you right under your nose. Similar to you being in a marriage with someone and they cheat on you right under your nose. They have the person they cheat on you with right in your home, or whatever the case may be. You don't know nothing about it. And we don't have to get that specific, but just to give you an example, any more messages for the collective? And some of y'all, that could be a real life situation. It says, give yourself time to think. Okay? For sure, you don't have to react hasty all the time. I understand some of you guys have this fiery energy. You could have Aries, Leo, and or Sagittarius as your moon sign, but give yourself time to think. Or maybe even as your Mercury. Or maybe it doesn't have to be your Mercury, because I know it. You can have a Gemini in your Mercury. Well, just anyways, moving on. Give yourself time to think. On the back of the deck, it says at least 1 month. And the reason why it's that much of a time frame is because this gives you enough time to actually change your mind, if you're going to change your mind. Or if you feel like, if you make a decision or whatever the case may be right then and there, maybe you'll regret it, or maybe you'll wish that you have changed it. And it don't have to be in any of those ways, but that is just examples of why it's probably at least 1 month, right? Because it gives you enough time, right? Some of you guys, minimum could be 3 weeks, right? It doesn't have to be a full 30, 31 days. But I'm sure if this message resonates for you, you'll know how to apply it. So give yourself time to think, collective. When it comes to your love life, relationships, emotions, creativity, whatever it is, it's involving love, relationships, emotions, yourself, self-love, love from others, whatever it is, right? Because there's some other people coming out in your reading. There's some past relationships or some relationships or whatever the case may be that's coming out. Because some of you guys, I know y'all broke up with this person. But others of you guys, I don't know if you're still holding on in some type of way, but just give yourself time to think. Confirm or give yourself time to think. All right, we have secrets. And if you look up what secrets is, sometimes it's not something that's very deep and scary, like, oh my gosh, this is something that needs to remain a secret. It's just sometimes it's also things that are not known, right? So give yourself time to think when it comes to things that are not fully known, right? Or feel like, give yourself time so that you can know which way to go. Especially because some of y'all are already in that confused space anyway, right? So just give yourself time to think and be a little biased, right? Don't focus too much on what you want, because sometimes what you want is not what you need, right? Man, I want to stay with this person, but maybe staying with that person is not in the best, it's not the best to do for both of you guys, right? That's just an example. This says DJ Mustard, Lil Baby. It said it's slowed. It's posted by Carlino. It keep going off though, because my phone, it clicks off. It's 1:45. This sound like Ty Dolla $ign though. Jonesy. Alright, so give yourself time to think. And like this can also be separate from that, right? It could be actual, like, something else, right? Other types of secrets. Or in ways of that secret can be. Any more messages for the collective regarding their love life? The DNA results are in. You are not the biological father. Okay? Maury could be significant, or those type of reality shows where the DNA and all that type of stuff goes on. But this could have been significant in somebody's life, right? That could just be significant. Take that how it resonates for you. All right? We got blocked. This could be energetically, physically, in any way. Any more messages here? I am afraid of rejection. Somebody could have verbatimly said this or verbally say this. But someone is afraid of rejection. I don't know if that's you or somebody else, but it says this person is uncircumcised. All right, this is your confirmation to help you see, who is this person that she may be talking about? And you know, uncircumcised is the people who still have the extra skin there. All right. It says, I have moved on. You could have verbally said this to someone, or they could have said it to you. Or maybe that's just the case. All right. And we also have ignoring. So somebody, even though they're saying they have moved on, somebody probably didn't really move on. We have ignoring here. You could be ignoring someone, or they could be ignoring you. All right, it says pretending to be clueless. Hashtag acting dumb. So you could have been playing dumb. Or you could be playing dumb. I'm steady speaking in past tense as if these things have already happened. So a lot of you guys, I had discovered myself before when I do readings, like, does it really matter to mention anything that happened of the past? Because the past is the past, right? And a lot of times time can be of an illusion, right? We're always in the present moment. Whether people created yesterday and tomorrow, we're always in the present moment, today, right? So I was thinking, every time this reading or this spirit come out, it's literally stuff that's presently going on, like literally. But I do let you guys know that past and future energy can also be significant. So maybe these things have already transpired for some of you guys, and you could still be presently experiencing like some things right now. And there are also some things that probably have yet to happen, or that you have yet to become aware of, to where you're like, oh, okay, I know what she's talking about. But anyways, you could have been pretending to be clueless when it came to a situation that may have involved your love life. Right? When I say love life, that means people or the situations overall. All right, it says cord cutting. Cord cuttings are significant. Either you're being encouraged to do one if you do those, right? Or maybe you've done one. All right, or maybe it's just significant. Like, that's what they mean by take it how it resonates for you, because you will know how it will apply or fit for you when you hear it. All right, it says someone capable of hurting their kids. Now, this could be in any form of hurt, right? This could be in the way that they give their kids trauma, or whatever the case may be. Or it can be in the way that's physical, right? But on the back, it says allowing others to harm their kids. And once again, that could be in a way that's not as consciously aware, like someone putting themselves in jeopardy by staying in a toxic relationship when that's going to harm their kids in the end, right? You see how I ended up saying that? So that could be in that way as well, or it can be in other ways where it's just as simple as it is others allowing people to harm their kids. But this is very significant. Sometimes when you hear messages, you're like, what? That's crazy. I don't know. But this be real life, you know? Just like how terrorists exist and genocide and all this stuff. This is like real life stuff. All right, so be mindful to just take what only resonates for you. We have bad reputation. Maybe someone within your family, friend group, romantic connection, your love life overall. Maybe you have gained a bad reputation, or you've just experienced people who have bad reputations, or maybe you're just not fond of love anymore. Like, it could really be in any way, right? But overall, someone is infamous. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate it. Someone has a bad rep. Whether this was falsely rumored or whether it's true. Whether this is your energy or someone else's. Right? If you're not able to stay for this full message, it will be uploaded to my YouTube. I may be ending this message soon. I may take get off alive and come back on later. Maybe around 6 a.m. or something like that. Alright. We got change up your style. So remember, we talked about self-love and everything else coming out. So this could be a form of self-love, self-care, just things involving self instead of others. All right, but if it's talking about other people, maybe you ended up changing up your style as you continue to maneuver and experience and whatever. But for some of you guys, this is just you personally. You're being encouraged to change up your style. Some of you guys will really like ethnic styles. All right. On the back, it says you may feel frustrated or in a rush to something. Remember we talked about that rushful energy? Some of y'all just got to slow down. Whatever is meant to happen is going to happen in divine timing. So trying to procrastinate it or speed it up, it just never works out that way, right? Sometimes we end up stumbling across a lesson that we probably didn't need to bump our head and experience if we would have just trusted our intuition or, applied the lessons that we've learned in the past to our present situations. All right, same time next year could also be very significant. All right, it says stop coming off rude. I keep on seeing this energy of stop coming off rude. And I'm also seeing misogynistic. Someone has a dark past. Family is finally popping out, showing itself. But yeah, I'm going to put these up. All right, double dating can also be significant. I'm going to put these up and grab some different oracles. See, we started getting in there. Look, there go your platonic coming out. I told y'all it's not just romantic, it's platonic connections as well. So you got those confirmations coming out like, yes, family is significant. Yes, platonic connections is significant. But of course, if you feel like something involves your romantic life, then take that how it resonates for you. That's what that means. Because the only thing I'm doing for you is really confirming the things that you already know. I mean, yeah, at times you can do fortune telling. Like I said, sometimes, it's future energy or whatever. And especially if I use these oracle cards, we really going to be around here fortune telling. This tea leaf deck, make sure y'all get y'all some of them. But all right, let's see. I probably want to use my other personal deck because these are ones that I created. I want to create my actual, like these type of cards so I can, I want to create some oracles like that. But let's see. I just feel like y'all went through a lot of crazy stuff. And it's up to you if you'll keep on experiencing that. Virgo, Libra energy is significant. Cancer. It's up to you. Like, we choose who we're around, who we're going to have in our life, who we're going to date, marry, right? We're choosing these individuals. Some people think, oh, no, God handpicked this person for me. But you do have free will. If you decide to be with someone, you're going to be with them. Some people are like, yeah, we made it to 10 years. And no, that's because of your choice, right? We're not robots. Especially if this is a connection that's toxic. And I guess it depends on how you look at things. Because some people, they always focus in on their own energy. Instead of saying, oh, this person is toxic, oh, this person is my enemy, or this person is this, they look towards their own energy and they say, am I apportioning blame? Am I victimizing myself? Maybe I need to look in the mirror, because whatever they're coming off as is just a reflection of what I may possess, or is a reflection of what I need to work on. Or it could be like, just depending on how you think, interpret things, what you believe in, how you, like, your level of consciousness depends on how you will view things, see things, interpret things in your reality. And as you know, you're always shifting, growing, evolving. So sometimes those things change. Now all of a sudden you have different belief systems. Now all of a sudden this, that. Be mindful, if you are watching me and you enjoy my content, make sure you do give me a follow, because you may not ever see my face again after this. So don't forget to give me a follow if you're interested in giving me a follow. If you guys are able to double tap the screen, let's try to get the live to 10K. We at 7.5 right now. All right, so we can keep these messages going. If you guys are able to send in some gifts, I do have a live goal, but you can send in any gift that you would like. But if you're able to send gifts, double tap the screen or share the live. That would be really, I would appreciate that. If you're just not coming in, this is a collective. And if you're if you didn't get to see the beginning of this message, and if you're not able to stay to the end, it will be uploaded to my YouTube, because this is actually 2 collectives that we've done. This is the second one, and it's involving more of love amongst, you know, other things, even time to self. Thank you for the follow and the likes. I appreciate that. Alrighty. This is Ella Mai. This is a lovely song. It's called Who Knew. It's the slowed down version. Oh my gosh, where's my water at? You do your little dance, dance. You know you dance, dance. Do your little dance. Come on. Alright, let me see. I can't sit down. Yo, didn't I say? Remember that Rich Homie Quan, My Type of Way came on, and I was saying whenever that song was very popular, around that time of year is very significant. Now we got this song by Young Thug coming on, and T.I. About the Money, and I could have sworn this song was popular around the same time as the other one. But regardless, these years, those timelines, some of these people that y'all was dating, I think y'all gave them a big head, because some of them are not who you used to see them as, or when you first ever met them, versus another time when you reunited. It's not the same. So it's like they got this big head, but in reality, it's a whole illusion. It's a whole, like, you're not even, yeah. It says it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Take your first step. See, some of y'all haven't even crossed this threshold yet when it comes to healing and or connecting and or mending and or releasing. Could be all of the above. So now, take your first step. I was going to use some other cards, like more of the romance type of energies, but I'll use those when I'm solely probably focusing on that new love y'all got, because that's most definitely giving soulmate, divine partners, right? Any more messages for the collective? See, this is waking my energy up right here. So y'all getting to it, or y'all are at that pinnacle of something. You're at the origin of something. You're ascending the mountain. I'm seeing rainbow blessings. So blessings are showering your life. You're being encouraged to keep going forward and to get ready for new horizons. So I feel like you're going in faraway places, whether it's places that you never imagined, thought you would be, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, look, surrendering to the journey. I feel like you've been surrendering to the journey, or you're being encouraged to release control and surrender to the journey. Go with the flow. If you see that that's not working out, take a different approach or let go, release. Like I said, observe, don't absorb. Observe, don't absorb. See what I'm saying? T.I. was like, he was basically saying how he'll retaliate if somebody do something to him. But that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, observe and don't absorb, because then you won't get carried away in what's going on in this temporary life that you have. It's not like you're gonna be here for 20,000 years, right? So enjoy life, live, be free. Some of y'all looking at life like, man, I'm trying to get to this destination. When you're meant to just go with the flow, like just ride. Some of y'all are purposely like, yeah, I want to be here at this amount of time. I want to do it. Just let everything happen. Let everything play out. Because sometimes we just operate from that version of us that aren't even that awoken yet to certain stuff. All right. It says, expect the wondrous to emerge. Expect miracles to happen, honey. Expect miracles to happen within your love life, within your career, within your work, within your finances, within your relationships, within your your mentality, your thoughts, within your emotions, within yourself, within your life overall, your reality. Expect miracles, okay? The moon could be very significant, especially when it's in its crescent form, or when it's kind of like a circle, but it's not a complete full circle. Okay, now they're playing all these old little songs. Don Toliver's song called Way Bigger is coming on now. And his song Clap is very significant. The slow version, that song is bomb. We got Grounding on the back and Wise Leader and Cleansing Waters. Didn't I tell y'all touch them, get into them waters? It says, beneath the surface lies great bounty. I'm telling y'all, going within is going to give you some treasure for sure. This may lead to the gates of triumph. All right, but I'm seeing that success is expanding it's expanding in your life. Remember, I told you it was some things that you've already achieved, succeed, whatever the case may be. No matter how long ago it was something that was a success. Even something recently, though. And I feel like it's going to keep on happening. I feel like it's just going to expand. So it's going to hit and touch bases in other areas of your life as well. All right, it says purification activates vibrant life force. All right, for the cleansing waters energies. So whatever, like cleansing waters or purification is really going to help activate a vibrant life force. All right, this says finding sanctuary. You could be on this road of finding peace, finding refuge, or it says opening to your spiritual source. Okay, so this could be the start of or a next level shift within your spiritual journey as well. Especially when it says opening to your spiritual source. So there could be an opening, or you're finally opening, becoming more trusting, etc. With this. It really all depends on how it's being meant to be said. Now we have watching clouds. It says lie back, rest, and relax. Some of you guys are gonna be lying back, resting, and relaxing. Even this type of thing that people rock on, it holds from tree to tree or whatever. That's very significant. I can't think of the name of it. The beach and everything like that, an island is very significant. Okay, or you're either being encouraged to lie back, rest, and relax. All right, especially when it comes to your relationships, your love life. Okay, yourself, like self-care and self-love would be rest, relax. Okay, we got Gunna, Who You Fooling, coming on. This is the slow chop and screw version. All right. Now it says Journey by Moonlight. Peter Pan or something like that could be very significant. The Lion King. You know those movies that usually you will see people traveling across the sunsets or the moon or something like that. They could be very significant. All right, Disney shows, childhood shows, cartoons could be significant. It says believe in magic. It's funny. It's funny how I was saying all of those things because I didn't even read this bottom part yet. And those are literally things of magic for sure. So magic is very significant. Occult interest for sure. So imagination and believe in magic is very significant. Your inner child, the younger version of you, the child version of you, especially when you were like 5 years or younger or whatever the case may be. All right. But yeah. So it's like you've overcome a lot of things in your life. Now it's time to get over the other challenges and stuff that's been going on. But I guess it depends on how you take things in life, right? Don't take things to heart. Don't take things personal, right? Observe, don't absorb. Save your energy. Like that's what they mean by your anger is powerful and like all of these other things. Because you're taking yourself out of your power. You're taking yourself out of the space of inner peace. So this is a time of restoration, rejuvenation, healing, and balance. Things being restored. So yes, things may have not worked out with other people. You may have lost someone that passed away or whatever the case may be. However, there is still things to be happy about and optimistic about and fond of, and there's still reasons to smile for sure. I feel like you just have to count your blessings or realize the things, like overcoming all of these things and still being an empress and all this other stuff is something to be very proud about. You've grown a lot. There's progress here, and I feel like you've seen the results. Okay, it's a lot of different things. Maybe you just have to zoom out of these 3D plane issues, problems, so that it won't cause stress or depression or like you being in your head, like, right? Because you wouldn't stress out about money if you knew that God was going to come through every time, or if you just trusted that everything was going to work out anyway, or it's like certain things wouldn't exist if something else didn't, right? So therefore these money problems will go away. Even if you had $500 in the bank and rent was $1K and need to be paid by tomorrow, like I'm telling you, that's how observant and not absorbing you're going to be in your life. I'm telling you. Now that's the key meaning of delusional to how they be trying to say it. This song is by J-Hope. It's called Sweet Dreams. This is a beautiful song as well. Very peaceful, beautiful music, soul appeasing music. You should never sleep alone. Man, somebody's gonna really see you, like really see you. They're gonna be like, man, you should never do this. No, your mama, you should never have to die. And guess what? They gonna make it to where you don't ever have to do that either. See, this is someone who's not just all talk, they action. Action oriented for sure. I'm telling you, you're attracting a boss because you're a boss. You're attracting someone ethereal because you're ethereal. So don't worry, it didn't work out with these other people, but should you really be sad about that? Look, transformation, you've been changing. Your life is changing. That's just what it is. It says a fresh new way of living emerges. It's out with the old, in with the new. We done with the toxicity. We broke the generational curses, etc. We on this new path where we always should have been. What we deserve. And this is happening right here, right now. Just keep moving forward. Don't go backwards. Look, it says clear the past, heal the present. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So continue to let go. Continue to, yes. Look, it says a breakthrough is at hand. I'm telling you, keep moving forward. The universe is wondrous. The universe is abundant. Okay? It says walk in beauty. And support is all around you. Even from the very humans on this plane. But your spiritual team got you for sure. Just you should never sleep alone. You can always stay at home. Nothing, oh, you cry. Yeah, see, this person is going to love you right back, honey. Because they're going to be able to give and receive love, man. This is going to, man, everything that you dished out into the world that was of goodness, man. This is coming back to you tenfold. I'm telling you. It wasn't able to be reciprocated or given in certain circumstances or with other people. But that don't mean that it was just never going to be gave. It's happening, honey. That's what I'm saying. Balance is being restored for sure. Yes. Moving into karma waters for real. But I feel like really it was a mind thing. You had to free yourself mentally. It's a mind thing. You can go through so much stuff and still be at peace. You can experience things in the present time and still be at peace. That's what I'm saying. So clear the past. Whatever this stuff that you hold on to, that you still hurt from, that you still have these negative emotions surrounding, deal with that right now so that we can go ahead and come into, into something new. Like, go ahead and desert whatever path you was on that was filled with resentment and trauma, and cut that off. Fly, not the Kelly. Okay, this is No Luggage by Lil Jeremy. It's funny how I said that. No luggage, no baggage. Clear all that out. Because that's when the new beginning is going to really feel like a new beginning. Because you've already been on the new beginning. It's already started. The journey has already begun. The end of a chapter has happened. The new beginning is here. But sometimes it may not feel like that or seem like that if we still caught up in our emotions in the past. And we, whatever the case may be. So it's like tend to that. And then everything else is going to reflect on your outside world and your external reality, because the reality, the world on the inside is a reflection of the world on the outside, right? But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing for you guys. Okay, I'm seeing you creating something for sure. Something huge is happening. You went through a lot of major events in your life for sure. And are presently experiencing some things Right now, this may be a slow or stagnant time for some of you guys as well. Maybe you're unemployed right now. Avoiding the truth or having a hard time making a decision, confused on which path to go or which decision to make towards something. You're not able to anticipate the future regarding something, or you can't see how your future is going to look or something of that nature. But like I said, just keep remaining confident. You're gonna get some new ideas and everything is going to come into and fall into play. Just keep on moving forward and doing the work that's necessary, because all it's doing is just showing me your life. So I feel like you've been maneuvering. That's the fool's journey, experiencing, right? So I feel like now you're on another new beginning, as if you a whole little baby all over again, right? Starting anew, something that's new to you. So this is a time where you really are being encouraged to take risks and take a leap of faith. Step out of your comfort zone. Let go of these people from your past. You've already tried with them. Kanye West, Runaway, is coming up. And this is a piano music, or the piano instrument could be very significant. I remember we was talking about musicians earlier, the music industry. Look, it says choosing your path, all is possible. And then valiant courage, which ties to take action with passion. That's what I'm saying. All is possible. You are the creator of your life. You are the wise leader. This says you are a beacon for others. I don't know if you were the one that was waiting to receive the answer, but you're the one that gives the answer. Sorry to tell you. But that's a beautiful thing. It says embracing enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. Embrace enthusiasm. Embrace happiness. You finally coming back into restoration, rejuvenation, to where you can smile again. All right? To where success is expanding your life. It's going to be time to celebrate. It's going to be time to celebrate from the enemies, the haters, I'm telling you. Got a plan. Run away as fast as you can. Because you escaping the matrix. Mentally, emotionally, etc. Beautiful thing, beautiful thing. Some of y'all still may be connected to certain things that you shouldn't be connected to, attached to certain things you shouldn't be attached to, or that you feel like you shouldn't be attached to. Some of y'all can also feel like you see things too much, like you always finding something wrong with something, maybe about yourself or about others or whatever. But something about a toast could be significant. Any more messages for the collective? Look, joy and delight. It says open your heart to joy. Yep. Remember we talked about that heart chakra earlier. Open up that heart chakra. All right. Simplify your life. Release the baggage, release the pain, release the hurt. You're not a person that holds grudges for some of y'all anyway. So why not release it, right? All right. It says you stand in the light of truth. You stand in the light of truth. You could be on the path of discovering truth right now. Just know that you stand in the light of truth. Any more messages here for the collective? Look, I told you, confirmation, overcoming obstacles. It says you can overcome anything. Remember we said that you guys were already overcoming these obstacles? All right. But this is also confirmation that you can overcome anything. Therefore, you will overcome anything. All right. We got passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Like, really take time. Enjoy your life. Don't move too fast. Because next thing you know, you'll be 50, 80, 100 years old. Right? So live in the moment. Walk in beauty. Walk in love. And Get ready for new horizons. Like I said, get ready for new horizons. This could be somewhere that's far away from where you currently are right now, whether that's spiritually, physically, whatever it may be. But there's huge, great changes happening as it was before as well. All right, vast visas on the back, which says expand your horizons. That's what I'm saying. Step out of your comfort zone, whether that's within your reality, physical life. Maybe you should travel, or whether that's with connecting with new people instead of constantly trying to reconnect with the same past individuals and it's not working out. You know, something wrong. I feel like you've been putting up with somebody crap for way too long. Or maybe somebody feel like they've been putting up with your crap for way too long. Us to have a toast. People who do this, or something about maybe etiquette or something could be significant. But yeah, see, y'all going in, y'all healing them shadows. Y'all actually, you reflecting on them shadows. You doing, I'm seeing somebody doing the work. That could be you or somebody else, but somebody is doing the work as fast as you can. All right, patience is needed. You could be patient. Welcome to the team. Thank you. Something about conservative, tentative, protective. Oh yeah, you attracting somebody in this energy. Okay, you attracting somebody in this energy too. Some of you guys are evolving into this energy, attracting these energies. Yep, it's going to be people who you can trust, rely on, depend on. And I mean, you got it, right? We know you got it, but those connections that are secure, I'm telling you, you may not have experienced this with the people that you're familiar with, but you will experience this. Yep. Yep. Confirmation. This pain has taught you valuable lessons and it's brought you wisdom, but I feel like you just have to heal because you've been affected. There's heartbreak, trauma, grief, depression, right? But I feel like you have been growing. You may have even been able to see the results. And your finances are going to be growing as well. Maybe you've been seeing the results in your finances growing. But you are going to come into the love life that you've always wanted because it's promised to you. So you have to receive it because it's been promised to you. Even if you don't know that it's been promised to you. But you are somebody that's meant to have true love and you're meant to create a family that's not based on trauma and generational curses. And you're also meant to have friendships and just relationships overall that are healthy and not toxic. You know, actually filled with healthy love and relationships. And I feel like now, since you're giving love and energy that you're needing to, you know, that you wanted to have from others or that you were trying to get to others, now that you're giving that to yourself, if you're not giving it to yourself, you're being encouraged to. That's the whole point of you being in this, you know, right now. Whether you're nurturing yourself, your finances, your creations, right? And you're going to be your most prized project ever, right? So make sure you're working on yourself, especially healing, because you've been through a lot. And I feel like this is interfering with, it could be interfering with your emotions, your mentality, your vision, whether it's like, I'm telling you so. So it's time to do some healing work that surrounds family wounds, relationships overall, because you are able to receive relationships that don't involve getting hurt. But since you experienced the ones that did hurt, heal that, face those shadows, love those shadows. Therefore, you won't fumble something that is good for you when it comes in as well. Because then you won't self-sabotage. You will know that it's for you. It won't be you won't be all this, oh, I can't tell if this my intuition. You won't be confused. You'll for sure know. Even though you never experienced something like this. But that's probably why. But you know how people have false masks, so it's deeper than that. People can fake being in a certain energy. They can impersonate all day. But that's why I'm saying a lot of you guys are psychic, etc. So not only are you developing in this aspect and that aspect, you're coming into different gifts and realizations, and it's just different stuff. That's why we talked about adjacent possibilities. So I feel like you're choosing your path, you're overcoming obstacles, you're crossing bridges. This song is by Miles Smith. It's called Gold. Passion and pleasure, joy and delight is very significant. Finding sanctuary, surrendering to the journey, a wise leader. You could be a wise leader. Miracles, rainbow blessings, traveling lightly could be very significant. Valiant courage or valiant courage, however the word is pronounced. And we have begin now. It's something that you're being encouraged to start on right now. And like I said, that could just be the path of healing, the path of facing things, the path of letting go, and coming into the life that's more peaceful. So that means getting your own trauma and everything together. Because even though people outside of us exist with their own things that they do that may trigger you, if you heal from being triggered, then you win, right? It's not about, oh my gosh, the whole world needs to finally be healed, because sometimes that's not going to happen right here, right now. You know? Because it's about how we come into things at our own pace. We can't force someone to become healed or for them to see things the way we do. Just like how we had to come into it on our own, however the heck we did, it has to be that way for them as well. This is not something that we can just try to translate with English words and magically they come, you know, because sometimes it's just not how it goes. That's what they mean by everybody can't come, because sometimes they just can't, honey. Sometimes they don't see it like that. Sometimes that's just the path that you were meant to go down, or, you know. But life is going to change around for you, as it has always been. I feel like it's just the way that you look at things. So let's just heal, move forward, let go of the past. There's things to smile about. And honey, I promise you, this next thing that's going to happen, or this new life reality, especially within yourself and your relationships, man. Period. This song is by Real Boston Richie. It's called Help Me. Some of y'all trying to get y'all mind together. Some of y'all trying to not focus too much on that boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. Some of y'all really trying to, like I'm telling you, you focus for some of y'all. Or some of y'all are being encouraged to. What if I told you, child, relax, it's not about love right now. Mainly self-love. Would you be like, oh, okay, let me stop being promiscuous, or let me focus on myself? But like I said, regardless, whenever you're ready, it'll happen, right? But I feel like some of y'all are ready. And for those of you who still not ready, look, I'm going to need you to start, because that's self-sabotage at this point, all right? You're not indecisive or confused for real. It's just you want something that you probably know is not good for you, but you still probably entertaining it or indulging, right? Whether that's a mindset, a cycle, a habit, a situation, a person, whatever it is. You know your life better than anyone. You're the main character of it, right? So with that being said, be the main character. Don't be stressed. Don't be depressed. That's the key to life right there. Everybody around here trying to figure these things out. You'll be thinking and thinking and thinking into another thought for some. So it's like, just live a life that's filled with peace, love, freedom. That's all that is, liberation. But all of this is coming in, and that's because I feel like you're doing what you need to do. For some of y'all, if you know you need to put more effort with cutting people off and finally getting into the path to where you leaving people alone and you moving forward, then that's just, you apply it that way, right? Everybody's message is going to be different. But you have been experiencing a lot of major shifts or major timelines in your life. A lot, major different ones. New beginnings, new experiences, relationships, disharmonious relationships, creations, whether it was pregnancy, business, right? Healing, rejuvenation, balance, abrupt change, external change, upheaval, destruction, chaos. It's been so much stuff going on. I can still go on. Toxicity, low vibrational times, shadow periods, ego deaths, dark nights of the souls, right? And this ain't even day-to-day life. That's major stuff. When we talk about major arcanas, this is, and with your minors, this is your day-to-day stuff. Some of y'all indecisive, avoiding truth, not having a vision or unable to anticipate the future, or not moving forward physically or within some type of action or work. There's probably some type of stagnancy or lack, little to no communication, action or work or energy, travel even. There's grief, mourning, sadness, dwelling in negative emotions, maybe towards something that has already happened. It's from the past, right? Something happened in a routine way. When you see this Knight of Pentacles, it's also a card to let you know that things take time. Time heals, right? Time heals all wounds. That's what that energy likes to remind you of as well. So don't forget about that. All right, some of you guys probably didn't get that new job that you thought you were going to get. Maybe money isn't coming in. Maybe you were expecting a check and it didn't come in. All right, maybe you're unemployed. There's been pain, heartbreak, betrayal, external change, transformation, right? But I feel like you got this one in your hand. Maybe you got this inspiration. Maybe you have the will, the drive, the creativity to create some type of action, some type of work. Maybe you're confident. Maybe you're just business savvy, right? That's what's been going on. But like I said, regardless of the past, I'm seeing you come into better times, healed times, calmer waters. And I see how your family, friends, and lovers from the past was. But these new relationships, this is going to be beautiful. And I feel like that's because you've been given the love that you needed to give to yourself. You've been healing and learning the lessons, and you've been moving forward. Now, maybe it's going to be some of y'all who are going to do the opposite, and you're not going to move forward. Therefore, you're going to repeat another cycle. But for others of y'all, you're just going to be moving into that next phase of self and things that's relationships overall, or love overall. Like I said, miracles and everything else is going to be happening. And this is going to be really, really beautiful. Last channel song is by John Legend. It's called All of Me. But that's pretty much the messages that I have for you guys. Welcome in for those of you guys who are joining in. We're pretty much already at the end, and I'm thinking about going ahead and ending the live. But if you didn't get a chance to see what this reading was about, it will be uploaded to my YouTube. I'm still trying to post videos that are older to my YouTube, so you may not see my most recent videos uploaded just yet, but they should be uploaded before this month is up. All right, I'm also doing a sale or a deal right now for How They Feel About You, just for $5 and $5 only. All right, this card is up in here and we didn't even know. This is the Great Adventure card. It says take a risk, venture forward. Confirmation. Some of y'all who want to air travel, car travel, sea travel, whatever it is, take that leap of faith. For some of y'all who want to finally start shooting your shot instead of letting people shoot their shot towards you, go ahead and do that. All right? Now, we ain't encouraging rebounds and all this other stuff. No, get yourself together, heal, etc. You're my muse. So, building this relationship with yourself, nurturing yourself, pouring all that energy and everything else into yourself, being your own project, it's going to pay off, I'm telling you. It's going to start showing within your reality as well. Therefore, your relationships and everything else. The proof is going to be in the pudding. Oh, you love your curves. You're the divine feminine. Or a divine feminine is significant. Or maybe that energy is significant. Financial support. Any more messages? Any more messages? Yeah. There go that family again. Family is coming out heavily. Yep, a lot of the things that we talked about could have been of the past. It's happened already. Archangel Michael is here as well, protecting you, preventing you from harm. There has been some type of divine intervention within your love life. All right. I feel like somebody wants more. It's like they're never satisfied. It's unquenchable. Somebody wants more of something. Confirm insatiable. Negotiator, beggar, bargaining, begging. Somebody not begging. I feel like somebody not, similar to how somebody's not expressing their feelings, but somebody could like you a lot, but they're not showing you that they do. It's like similar to that energy as well that I'm picking up on. But something, I'm seeing wanting more. And somebody's done negotiating. So maybe somebody still wants more of you. And I feel like at this point, you're done trying to talk to people. You're done negotiating your terms and regulations of what it takes to be with you. I feel like right now you're just cleansing house. Anything that's not meant to be there is not meant to be there. You're not pretending you're not faking anything. You're not leading people on. None of that. I feel like you're meditating, you're clearing your space, you're removing negativity, or you're being encouraged to, right? I feel like it's people who can't resist you. It's because of your energy. I'm telling you. It's really because of your energy. You got people who obsess in this, in different ways, even in negative ways, where they're petty, envious, and jealous of you, right? Child support or alimony or government support could be very significant. A drama queen. Crush, sad, meetings. Yeah, some of y'all about to be meeting y'all soulmate. Drama queen. Crush, sad, meetings. Yeah, some of y'all about to be meeting y'all soulmate. And some of you guys are going to be meeting your soulmate. And I feel like it's going to be very undeniable that they are your soulmate. Maybe you're going to be meeting them and other people at the same time. Angel number 10 is very significant. Ties to endings. Ooh, a time frame that could be significant would be in the moment, now, or in the present. Today can even be very significant. something is cooking right now. I seen pressure cooker. Yeah, some of y'all that's moved on from some people, they still want you. All right, something's about to be revealed, or somebody's about to confess something, or maybe you're being encouraged to confess, or you're about to reveal something. Or this could be your spiritual team. All right, we got locked box, closed in, trapped, frustrated. Somebody could be feeling closed in, trapped, or frustrated. All right, this thing with that gate lock stuff could be significant. Teapots or tea and stuff like that. Maybe you've seen that before, not long ago. Could be significant. All right. All right, we got reconciliation, spiritual union, soul contract, come together with focus, eyes for you, fascinated, watching. So somebody could be focused on coming back together with you. That could be their goal. Somebody has only eyes for you. But I feel like y'all are moving on to newer things, you know? Like, I feel like maybe you don't have any more desire for these individuals. Like, there's no chemistry sexually there, or maybe there's too much. It's too much. Or maybe one person feels one way and the other doesn't. Like, unrequited love. Somebody could also be popping up on you. I'm seeing a spontaneous, unexpected surprise visit happening. This could be regarding family, though. It don't have to be romantic situations. Confirm this desire in the reverse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody else has, like before, this could have been somebody who you just could not let go of, or who you really, really had like an unhealthy attachment to. But I feel like now it's like you're falling out of attraction or love with whoever this person was, right? Maybe this came out of the blue. Maybe this happened out of the blue. All right, maybe it happened because you were feeling alone, broken, and sad. All right, or maybe like you were just crushed when it came to this connection. And then when you started meeting people, talking to people, you seen that it was people who were on the same page as you, right? And maybe this was just synchronicities. God showing you that true love does exist and you're not over-exaggerating. And, you know, but at the same time to still see that you're still triggered by this, or that you still have trust issues, or boom, boom, bam. Sometimes we still get shown the things that we need to work on, even while seeing other things that we don't fully, like, agree with. All right, but lessons, third-party relationships are significant. Toxic, unhealthy behaviors or people are very... So I feel like some people were just poisoned. Whether it was family, whether it was friends, whether it was romantic situations. And I feel like these people, you had some type of light, godly energy of you that made people just keep wanting more. It's like some people could not... like let you go, but I feel like you were a person that provided genuine unconditional love. So I feel like you had to release yourself from these people, because it's like they couldn't really fully appreciate you or see your value anyway, but you still gave them access to you. Now you releasing people and blocking people, so now the only thing that they have access to would be your social medias, right? They for sure is plugged in on the internet, for sure, like probably stalking your social medias or something, especially somebody that you could have broken up with or divorced from. All right, maybe you even trigger these people, or maybe they trigger you, like when they hear your name, see your car, a type of car you have, or something like that. It's like somebody get triggered. All right, journal could be significant. Writing, having a diary, or keeping notes when it came to like the people that in your life or your relationships, or maybe this could be a form of self-care, self-love that you can do. But these things are significant because we're still doing this love reading and collective. Maybe you could have been But like I said, y'all are heading to calmer waters. You're going to be getting what you were promised within your love life, which is healthier, balanced relationships. Because you've been weighed down with the ones of the past, right? People having to come in and confess to you things and, you know, lusting after you. Like, all of these things. Like, you deserve something deeper, right? You don't deserve to be frustrated or for people to feel frustrated over you because they lack emotional intelligence or confidence. Now you got people who want to reconcile with you, but I feel like you focus. Like, you didn't feel out of love with certain people, and some of y'all just want more. You want different. You want better for yourself. You want healthier relationships. It's like, yeah, you still love these people, and you may have entertained them even when you knew that it was unhealthy. But I feel like some of y'all are coming into a space where, yeah, you just realizing that you have different paths. And I feel like you're coming into self-love. Like, you're realizing that you're enough and you're worthy, right? Look, your past lives are very significant. Maybe you could have been connecting with people in your past lives. It says you have known this person before. It is a soulmate from a past life. So some of you guys could be like this past person or whatever that you were letting go, let go, whatever. They could have been of your past life. If you believe in past lives. For others of you, this new person, the more healthy relationship, it gives soulmate. This could also be someone that you met in your past life. All right. Any more messages for the collective? Leave your fears behind. They are stopping this relationship from blossoming. Whether it's the relationship with yourself or the relationship with others. Leave your fears behind. You're scared of being cheated on. You're scared of being betrayed. Whatever. Leave all that behind. Stop manifesting that into your new reality. All right, trust yourself. No, like, go with the flow. If somebody end up betraying you and you don't realize it until they betray you, then that's another situation. But I feel like for some of y'all, I just feel like you just know better and you're very discerning. And I feel like if anything is a red flag, you're not gonna give it the time of day. For some of y'all, they resonate with that. Any more messages for the collective? Look, free yourself. This song is by Gunna. It's called Met Gala, but it's the chopped and screw version. Now, Met Galas could be very significant. Balls, like, especially elegant ones. Like, I feel like y'all are literally heading into better spaces, better places, better energies. Literally. See, you created the rooms that they say it's certain rooms that you'll be able to get in that not everybody able to. You the one that created those rooms. Yeah, that's you. It says you don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful, right? Maybe you have this rule that, oh, if this person has any type of trauma wound, we're done. You know, but it's like, free yourself. Like, that's just an example. It can be anything. But any more messages for the collective? Yeah, look, be present. See, it's a whole lot of stuff that's talking about being present and freeing yourself, right? Releasing fears and everything like that. On the back, we got engagement. Maybe especially before engaging with certain things, right? Because you don't want to self-sabotage. It says you will attract love by enjoying your life as it is. Wherever you are, be all there. Right. Get out the past. I remember that one situation that happened on the Ferris wheel. Yes, I remember that time when your mother passed. Yes, but that has already happened. Life is going to keep moving forward. Next thing you know, you're going to be 50, but your happiness died in 2013 where you left it at, right? So no, we're not doing that. It says, open yourself to others. This is how you would create new friendships and attract a love relationship. Like, open yourself to others. Be vulnerable. Free yourself. Release the fears. Be present. All right, and most importantly, love your shadow. All right, accept and work with the flaws in yourself so you can learn to accept others as they are. For sure. All right, any more messages for the collective? Look, have faith when it comes to your love life or yourself or whatever the case may be. You being able to be healed or rejuvenated, whatever it is. It says the angels are working behind the scene to make the relationship flourish. To make this relationship flourish, for sure. All right, we got different paths. It says you are not on the same page with the person you have in mind. The directions you want to move into are different. And then look, confirmation, new love. And this song that I love is coming on. Okay, this song is called Birthday Dance by Josh Levy. Okay, and then I got a 6% battery. See, every problem that you had is going to be solved. Every question that was left unanswered is going to be answered. It's going to be clear. I'm telling you. So a new chapter begins, whether it is with a new partner or in a current relationship. So for those of you who are broken up with this person, they're in the past, honey. All right, but I ain't gonna say too much because I'm gonna just let y'all unravel the messages how y'all gonna choose to instead of me unraveling them for you, right? Because that may not be everybody's life or situation. But yeah, some of you guys, I'm telling you. All right, any last messages? Yeah, you and your new partner, y'all gonna be dancing. Yeah, it says open your eyes, confirmation. For those of you who still like, I don't know, but can I trust them? Or, I don't know. Look, if someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. That's all I'm saying. See, you don't have to apologize for people, to people. You don't have to right your wrongs to people, right? Because you know better. You already come with integrity and morals, right? Emotional intelligence, safety, right? People can be safe around you emotionally, etc. They won't have to worry about being betrayed or let down. So you deserve the same. So if people did the opposite, I feel like, see, sometimes when we operate from who we are, sometimes we feel like giving people chances is a good idea, etc. But you didn't need a chance. Do you feel me? So it's like you waiting around for people to change who already wasn't in the energy that you're in. It seems like it's so easy to be in the energy you're in because that's what exists to you. That's who you are. But that's not easy for everybody else, especially if they have to learn or heal to get into it. See, you could go through your traumas and still be that same innocent, pure individual, but not everybody else. So it's like, if someone shows you who they are, please believe them the first time. Family, relationship, any relationship, lover, friends, family, all that. All right, we got Young, Black, and Rich, the slowed and reverb version coming on. I think he said I just changed my whole lifestyle. I cut off dead weight. It's some he said. He said, I ain't even gonna get mad. I'm young, black, and rich. Okay? I feel like a lot of you guys, you're young, black, and rich. Especially when it's rich in spirit, rich in energy, right? The 3D plane proximity world, they gonna say rich is finance, prosperity, the fake money that the money that they created for us to use, right? But deeper than that, deeper than what man, low vibrational man at that created, real life wealth, rich inner, I'm telling you. When you just look at it in that energy of I'm young, black, and rich, like rich in spirit, rich in energy, it's so beautiful and honoring. And I feel like that's how you make other people feel when they see that you operate in that energy. It feels really good. It feels good to be your friend. It feels good to be your lover. It feels good to be a family member of yours, right? Even the ones who don't know how to give off this energy, even the ones who gossip and talk about you, right? That's why they say your haters really love you. They're really fans. They can't stop watching or whatever the case may be. Some of them get inspired by you. But look, don't let a snake bite you again. You don't have to know that a snake is a snake. If it bites you and you get poisoned, honey, right? You don't need to test the theory to see if the snake gonna bite you. It's a snake. Look, actions speak louder than words. Let go of the need to control. I'm telling you. Like, pay attention to what you see in the world, not what you rather see or what you want or what you hope for or what you feel could be the case. No, go based off of the real facts and truth in your face. That's the time when you need to balance out the logic and the being analytical and everything else, honey, with your emotions and everything else. It says if you want to know what someone is feeling, watch what they are doing. And then it says allow this situation to unfold unnaturally. Like, don't try to, I'm telling you, you'll know, you'll take it how you're supposed to take it when you see it. Shoes. Any more messages to the collective? We got reconciliation. Keep the door open. It says someone from your past is or will be returning to your life soon. It says don't be so focused on a closed door that you don't see the ones which open for you. Right? So maybe some of y'all with these people of your past, especially people who didn't burn the bridge up all the way, maybe y'all can even reconcile, and maybe there could be some type of business opportunity, or maybe a better relationship. It could be anything, right? I just feel like it's your choice. You can choose to keep the door open, or you can choose to close it for life and move forward with your life. Regardless, you're going to be successful and come into the life that you always deserve. So, nope, ain't no monkey stopping no show, right? Twin flame on the back of the deck. This person is your mirror soul. This is why this connection feels so sacred to you. It says you have been manifesting this relationship. Everything you want will soon be yours. So some of y'all are attracting your twin flame. If you haven't already, you're just encouraged to open yourself to love, because some of y'all are probably closed off. So just, you know, some of y'all should also make the effort. It says this love is worth taking risks. You are called to move forward. It says beware of codependency, which is addictive behaviors. Okay, so addictive behaviors are affecting your romantic life for some of you guys. You're going to need to be optimistic. I feel like you be overthinking. But be patient while things are unfolding, okay? Because some type of connection is worth the wait. Just trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. I feel like nothing has really went wrong. Like, you know how sometimes you get in your head and you feel like, oh my gosh, did I mess it all up or did da-da-da? Like, no, just be patient, all right? But at the end of the day, know that you are enough, all right? The person that you are meant to be with, all up or did da-da-da? Like, no, just be patient, all right? But at the end of the day, know that you are enough, all right? The person that you are meant to be with, so it says the person you are meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change, all right? So it says only when you're willing to step out of your comfort zone will you reap great rewards, all right? So take a leap of faith. Express your love. Then we have deception, where it says someone is wearing a mask in this relationship. But regardless, set boundaries, express your love, and be honest, you know. But just make sure you pay attention to the signs as well, because this is what can make things difficult. That's why you start going on different paths than other people, because, yeah. So like I said, for some of you guys, you're attracting a new love. Whether this is a shift within someone who you've already met before, or whether it's like an actual new person. But some of you guys have outgrown a lot of things, people, situations, and yeah, I just feel like you're everything that I said, really. It's no need to just, because I'll be talking in circles at this point. So the messages has already been said and given out. You'll just have to take them how they resonate. Be mindful that this video will be uploaded to my YouTube. All right. I may be coming back on here around 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I'm not sure. But make sure you do give me a follow, because you may never see my face again. All right. It says the separation you are experiencing is necessary to help the relationship grow. All right, and then we have redirect your thoughts, magnetic connection, law of attraction, be optimistic. All right, but for some of you guys, don't feed your delusions. Somebody from your past is most definitely... Well, I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to let you just determine what these readings are trying to tell you, right? All right, last but not least, let's get some messages on the hidden truth. All right, these are the things that you may not know, or the things that these people may not have revealed when it came to you. So when it comes to the hidden truth regarding the querent in their life, their love life, what is the hidden truth when it comes to the people that are still coming out in their energy, still in their energy? What is the message here? It says, I feel you leaving me behind. So some people feel like you're leaving them behind. They can literally feel it energetically, like they literally feel you leaving them behind. That's my thing. See, people really feel it energetically, like they literally feel you leaving them behind. That's my thing. See, people, some of you guys should not feel bad about this, because in actuality, we came into the world alone and we're going to leave alone, and people need to learn how to stand on their own. Some of you guys were even a victim of codependency, right? So this is not personal. Like, some people be taking things personal. You cut people off for a reason, and sometimes they give you reasons, right? Or sometimes maybe in your own reality, especially based on your trauma and things that you feel like, you know, whatever. That's just what it is. But don't feel guilty for disconnecting from people, right? If you feel like that's doing what's best for you and everyone else involved, then, you know, that's your truth, right? But it says, I feel you leaving me behind. What else? I wish I could share my good news with you, right? Somebody's received some type of good news, or maybe when they did receive good news, you know what? I'm not going to elaborate. You're going to interpret the way that you are going to interpret. So somebody wishes that they could share their good news with you, all right? So the other one is, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. It seemed like this card wanted to come out in the reverse as well. It's a whole lot of energy that surrounds people not expressing how they truly feel, right? And my phone died. And I feel like by the time someone gets it together, it's already going to be too late. All right. It's time for me to heal now. Yep. So this could be how you feel, or it could be the hidden truth of others, right? Any more messages here for the collective? I hide behind material things. Yep. Someone hides behind material things. It says, I know I messed up everything. Someone knows that they messed everything up. It says, I hid who I really am from you. That's why we were getting that Seven of Swords energy out here. Because people had on false masks and they were hiding who they truly were from you. But eventually you always find out. It says, I am not available. So someone is not available, whether it's emotionally, whether it's relationship-wise, whatever it is. Any more messages for the collective? It says, I am afraid to contact you. Someone is afraid to contact you. Any more messages for the collective? It says, I love you unconditionally. It did come out in the reverse as well. So yes, someone can love you unconditionally, or this is just your own energy confirming how you love people unconditionally. But it can also be significant in the reverse position, which can also be opposite. So some people can also love you, but conditionally, right? There's conditions to it. And this, you don't have to take this personal as if this makes you unlovable, unworthy, or insecure. But it could just be because they don't know what love is, right? Maybe they haven't experienced it unconditionally in order to give it unconditionally, right? Maybe it was always based around conditions, like, oh, I'm going to show you that I love you if you do something for me, or if you make me happy. But if you don't do those things, then I'm probably going to neglect you when it comes to this, right? So it's just like, that's why I say people need to do inner child healing, because a lot of things do stem from your childhood. Any more messages for the collective? All right, it says, I look for you everywhere. We need to let each other go. I remember every detail of that day. So for some of you guys, all of these may not resonate with you. This is a reminder that this is a collective. It's not a personal, so that may happen. All right. And for others of you guys, multiple energies may be coming out in your reading. Like this may not just be one person's energy, but it could be two or several, right? It says, I knew exactly what I was doing. This could be your own energy being strategic, right? Or this could be other people. Take it how it resonates for you. I lost myself for a little while, and on the back of the deck, it says, my life is not as together as it seems. All right. And finding out the truth crushed me. So that's pretty much the hidden truth when it comes to these people that whose energy may be surfacing in your reading. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. If you guys want to get on the list, $6 questions, $10 questions, $10 readings, $15 readings, $25, $35, and $50 readings. All right. All right, do know that I don't just do readings. I also do advice, mentorships, life coaching, and everything like that. I also have services for children. Okay. All of this information is on my website, but if you want to schedule a free consultation with me, you are more than welcome. All right. But that is pretty much the messages that I'm seeing, you guys, regarding love and everything like that. I'll pull some of these. Gonna put my phone on the charger. Ooh. All right, where is my water at? Little girl. Okay. Have to get some of that water. I don't know. All right, now there's silence, right? Ain't no music or anything on. So a time of course, listening to music, frequencies, or anything that feels good to your ears or your soul is cool. But also a moment of silence as well for yourself. And maybe not just for 5 minutes, but maybe for, an hour or more. Because a time of quietness is also very healing or necessary or good as well. Right? Now this phone is on 6%, so I'm only gonna pull a few messages. Any last messages for the collective? Any last messages for the collective? All right, so I'm seeing a bad choice, okay? And we're still regarding love. So this could have been, like already talked about, like I said, for some of you guys who probably was trying to decide on what decision to make within something, but you probably were operating from a space of self-sabotage because you wanted something to work out. So you probably avoided the truth in order for it to, right? That's just an example. Another example of a bad choice could be in the present timing. Like maybe there's a bad choice, right, that you need to rethink. Or maybe you've already made the choice. All right, or maybe it hasn't been made yet. Future tense could be significant, so it could just be warning you ahead of time so that you'd be able to pay more attention to this. All right, but regardless, interpret the messages how they fit in your life. Only take what resonates so that I won't have to, go so in depth about that. 222, you could be seeing this angel number. You could be seeing angel number 9. 666 is here. 999 could be significant. All right, if any of you guys would like to send some gifts, double tap the screen, give me follows on my other platforms, you're more than welcome. I would appreciate it. All right, this is a collective. If you're wanting to get on the list is open. If you're not able to stay for this full message, it will be uploaded to my YouTube. All right, if you are interested in giving me a follow, make sure you do so because you may never see my face again. For those of you who are double tapping the screen, who has double tapped the screen, giving me follows and everything like that, I do appreciate it. All right. If this collective resonates with you, you can go to my website, scroll down to the comment area, and you can leave your feedback there. If you've ever gotten a personal message from me, life coaching sessions, or will in the future, you can always leave your review there. All right. My phone is now on 5%. So I won't be able to, like I said, take my time too much on this. So I'm only pull a few cards, especially because I still want to get into this deck. All right, maybe game night or something like that could be significant. I'm using my Uno ones. Uno could be significant, the number 1. All right, 2, 3, 4. Angel number could be significant. All right, being more in your head rather than balance of mental and emotion could be significant. I'm seeing princess or prince treatment in the sacral chakra is very significant. Like I said, I feel like you deserve that type of energy and it will be given for sure. Maybe somebody is having to experience that they've made a bad choice when it came to you because they didn't cherish you like they were supposed to. They didn't tend to you like they were supposed to. Because now they're going to probably have to see somebody else do it. Because some of y'all are really done with this person because they're not changing. Like maybe you have proof that they're not changing, but they're not changing. That's why you're attracting a new person who's on your level. But yeah, prince or princess treatment could be significant. The sacral chakra and stuff could be significant. All right, some of you guys could be in Aquarius and you're letting go and releasing, or this is your confirmation to let go of that Aquarius, honey. Detach, release, take the message how it resonates. Angel number 30 or angel number 3 could be very significant. 3-3, 3-3-3. All right. Not a good person. So someone may not be the best person. They may not have the best energy, right? You could have already experienced this, or this could be happening in the present moment, or be mindful you may experience this in the future. So this is just warning you ahead of time to be cautious. Okay, Aquarius could be significant. You could be encouraged to let go and release if you haven't already. I'm seeing God and Goddess energy here. All right, so for the gods and goddesses, you're being encouraged to not feel ashamed or guilty about something. Especially because you're not an impersonator. Like, if you're kind, you're kind. If you're real, you're real. If you're genuine, you're genuine. It's none of the in-between. It's none of the false mask stuff. So I feel like you just have good intentions. All right, this says this is your divine counterpart. And it's coming out in the reverse. So for some of you guys, you probably thought someone was your divine counterpart, but they aren't. Okay, there's somebody better. Literally, this person was not even a 10 out of 10. It's like you're a 10 out of 10 attracting a -1. Like you're a 10 out of 10 dealing with a 1. You know, it's like that type of energy. Because their energy wasn't right. Their spirit was off. You know? Look, internal conflict. They could never be the person that you need them to be because they're not even right within. Next thing you know, you got internal conflict going on. Energy is contagious. Some of y'all are empaths. All right? And we have indirect. See, some things were indirect within your love life or whatever the case may be. But look, blessings. I'm telling you, there has been these things that has been happening, but next is the blessings. Let's go ahead and get some final messages for the collective regarding their new love. What is some messages regarding their new love, divine counterpart, soulmate, twin flame energy, this healthy divine love and partnership? What are some messages regarding those connections? Both romantic, platonic connection. Pisces energy, big Ace of Cups energy is very significant. Okay, your new relationships is coming through, honey. This is outpouring energy. You're attracting individuals who, I'm telling you, abundant within their energy. Look, breaking curses. See, these new individuals are breaking curses as we speak. Like, you're breaking curses, they're breaking curses. Y'all are in perfect alignment. This is beautiful. Look, witchcraft came out in the reverse. Literally, you won't have to worry about these people being weird, evil, having underhanding behavior. You won't have to worry about none of that. Look, it says you are royalty. I feel like somebody is going to tell you this. Like, someone's going to literally see your worth. Remember I told y'all about that plenty of fish in the sea type of situation? This is them. They are literally coming out in your reading. Oh my gosh, I literally had mentioned something about plenty of fish in the sea, and this is them. They are one of the fish in the sea that there is plenty of, but there's only one like them, right? Just like you. But I feel like this is a person that they're literally something to brag about. They're like, this is one of those situations where somebody say, oh my gosh, you're so lucky, right? It says, I want my son to date someone like you and my daughter to be like you. Somebody could have said this to you, or like I said, this person, they're gonna see what they have, and they're gonna appreciate it, and they're gonna love it, and they're gonna wish that everybody was something of your energy. It says, I got feelings too. Bear with me, please. So maybe you attracted somebody who is like they're still working on themselves or whatever, but I feel like they're gonna be in a good enough energy to where they don't give you trauma and everything else, of course. All right, any more messages for the collective? Y'all gotta hurry this up, my phone about to die. If you want to get on the list and I'm not on live, make sure you just send me a DM. All right, it says they're gossiping about you, and it's in the reverse. This person is not messy. This person is not going to be pillow talking with the next person, gossiping about you. I'm telling you, it says wants to spend a lifetime with you. This is gonna be somebody who wants to be around for eternity, right? They're not just playing games, right? And then we have emotionally immature. I feel like you have this emotionally immature person is trying to invade the maybe this new connection, right? So make sure you get this person the hell up out of here. Or some of y'all new person is probably not gonna be able to. Maybe they're gonna kind of come off emotionally immature. I don't confirm emotionally immature. This person is okay. So yeah, this is talking about somebody else's energy. Then that's talking about somebody who's not trustworthy, or maybe this person is gonna have trust issues. But I honestly probably feel like that's for like some ex or something. Yeah. We got resentment and reconcile coming out. Angel number 456 is popping up now. We have no remorse. It says, I love me too, coming out in the reverse. So this person didn't love themselves, but you're attracting somebody who loves themselves. People are getting bad karma. Letters A through J, something about karma. Maybe somebody tried to avoid something, or somebody's getting some karma, honey. All right, it says fallen angels. Look, I'm telling you, you got that devil energy up in here popping out, or maybe this new person is gonna be doing their shadow work and everything like that. You know, I feel like this most definitely could be of some type of twin flame situation. All right, and we got mama's boy. So yeah, some of y'all, like I said, of course we can tell the divine energy from the karmic energy, right? For whoever believes in divine and karmics. So some of y'all was dealing with somebody that was of mama boy energy, didn't know how to treat a lady for real, didn't have the best model figures around, especially father figures around if they were young men and or even women. But yeah, this new person that you're gonna have, I'm telling you, it's going to be a beautiful thing. And they're going to love waking up to you. And you're going to love waking up to them. All right? On the back it says, don't worry about my fam. I got you. Loyalty. Right? This person is a firm believer over, it don't matter if this is my family by blood. This is a person that makes me feel like that I can trust. That da-da-da. Like they know they're not low vibrational. Right? And if these people are still have third-party situations like family or friends that may be of this energy, that's why I'm saying I don't feel like that's gonna be that new person. I feel like that's gonna be that old ass person that's low vibrational and still living in the matrix mindset lifestyle with the same relationships that's not good for them. You know, so I feel like you're aligning to somebody who's more on your frequency and vibration, and this is probably gonna make that old person mad to the point to where they're gonna see this new person and they probably gonna try to stop it, or maybe they gonna know that you're leaving their life, so maybe they're gonna try to come back into your life just to delay this right here. So like I said, keep moving forward. There was plenty of fish in the sea, and there's one that's coming your way that may be your divine counterpart. Like, you just need to keep on focusing on yourself, working on yourself, get into a more healthier energy, mindset, everything else, so that you can create that life for yourself and have the people in your life around you as well that's done this type of work as well. But I return the collective's energy back to them. I release my energy back to me. I have to get off a lot because my phone is on 1% and it's going to die. Bye.